Siegenthaler can't get it out. Draisaitl keeps to Nurse. Nurse with a heave. Deflection in front goes wide. Mangiapane overskates it. Nemeth can't get it out. Here comes McDavid on a 1-on-3. Shot backhand save by Allen. He can create from anywhere.
David still gets a lot of his backhand. Look at the crossovers by McDavid. Nobody does it better. And Jake Allen hugs that left post. Skated out of harm's way.
Face-off controlled by the Devils, but they can't clear. McDavid finds Bouchard, who heaves a shot, shoulder save, rebound. Off the stick of Nugent-Hopkins and a save by Allen. Bouchard, McDavid feathers a pass to Ekholm, who pinches. Spins on his backhand on, and a glove save by Allen, and he holds on.
Find their game and legs and start getting some ozone time themselves.
Bouchard looking for a deflection in front, doesn't hit, goes back behind the cage. Settled down by Hughes. Spinning around to check if Hughes drops it off for Draisaitl. Bouchard tees up a blast and a glove save by Allen.
It's unfortunately, some bad luck, those nagging injuries, and just wasn't able to, get a consistent stretch of games here.
Glendening with a shot first for the Devils. Puck and clear from Mercer to Luke Hughes. Hughes drives left wing, fires a shot, shoulder save by Pickard. Meyer, edge of the trapezoid, centering pass to Heischer, and a save by Pickard, and he gobbles up the rebound.
In the Oilers zone, getting to the puck first. There's that pass from Meyer.
Stops, puts it back behind the net. Bouchard first to get there for Draisaitl. Jack's right in his back pocket, stolen away by Palat. Back out to Jack, and a chest save. Rebound, he kicked the pass to Palat. Nugent-Hopkins and Mangiapane will skate it out with 20 to go in the period. McDavid spins on his backhand, loses to Heischer, gets it back, fires a shot and a pass save by Allen.
That's mark that one down. Big save by Allen.
Nugent-Hopkins, Heischer reaches, tempting to steal. Masha keeps it alive. McDavid finds Draisaitl and a sliding save by Allen.
Got by Timo Meyer. As the Devils, this is on the power play of the Oilers.
Leaned on by Mercer. Climbs the wall back to McDavid, drives to the circle for Draisaitl. Draisaitl, Bouchard for the blast, and a save, and the rebound kicks to the blue line and out of the zone. And Nugent-Hopkins hard off the half wall, back out to center. Pesce gloves it down, finds Jack Hughes, trying to split the defense, and scores! Jack Hughes gives the Devils a 1-0 lead.
Oh my! Replay brought to you by the New Jersey Devils. Remember, anything can happen in Jersey. There's that burst of speed I'm talking about, with a little lean, and then he rips a puck far side off the post to get the Devils on the board and give them a 1-0 lead. Love the protection on that lean to the left to give himself a little space to let that.
Ritzuk to Luke Hughes. Thank you, Rachel, as the shot goes wide. Devils with a 1-0 lead. Pesce sets up a blast off the mask of Pickard, and he loses it, so the whistle blows immediately.
Mask goes flying off of Pickard. Great little pass by Connor Brown on the backhand, right in the wheelhouse of Glass, looking to give the Devils a 2-0 lead. Right off the right shoulder. That one stung.
Roslovic goes through Ekholm, so the Oilers clear it themselves and have to drag it all the way back. Stolen by Heischer, and a big save by Pickard.
He got on his horse and got the puck up.
Pratt finds Jack Hughes. Nurse right on top of him. Great centering pass to Palat, and a save by Pickard, and he holds on.
Watch right here, Jack Hughes. Great vision, finds Andre Palat through.
Luke Hughes backs up to the blue line, makes a move at the blue line around Lazar between the circles on his backhand. Forehand, it doesn't go as it's saved by Pickard. The bouncing puck is flipped back out to center by Nugent-Hopkins. 0 for 1 on the power play, no shots on goal on their first one, and a chance to widen this 1-0 lead here with 4 minutes to go in the second period. Heischer, who was dragged down, wins the faceoff. Bratt waits, backhand, score! On the power play, Jesper Bratt makes it 2-0.
As we watch the face-off, and you see that puck caroms all the way to Bratt. He fakes he's going to shoot, pulls it to the backhand. Right here, just a little subtle fake. and he's got a wide open net on that backhand. Emberson can't get to him. Pickard, let's not forget, was a little shaken up as...
Thank you, Kenny. 12-17.
Oh, no. Are you kidding me?
Here come the Devils on a 3-on-2. Jack Hughes burst to speed. And a save by Pickard. It looked like he got a piece with his stick. Roslovic looking to go coast to coast with a shot. Might have deflected off the stick of Dillon and went wide. Roslovic can't handle it. Here comes Connor McDavid. Between the circles. Pass goes out to the near wing. And Nugent Hopkins who scores. And right now it's 2-1 Devils as the Oilers cut the deficit in half.
They had just jumped on the ice, so McDavid was fresh, and he finds Nugent Hopkins. Flick of the wrist, far side up top. Just gets the pass through Jack Hughes. And we've got a game again as it's 2-1 late in the second.
Can't get a shot away thanks to Dillon. Dillon fights for it. Kicks back onto the stick of Glendening. Can't get loose. It finally does. And we've got a clean breakaway. Connor Brown against his former team. And he scores! Short-handed goal. Connor Brown. It's 3-1 New Jersey.
Former Oiler Connor Brown scores a short-handed goal. Look at the effort by Glendening in his own zone here. Brendan Dillon, great job in the corner as well. He gets body position on McDavid, and there's Glendening as he goes to the ice. Somehow just gets that puck out. Connor Brown off on a... Rice, Connor Brown there really knew what he was going to do.
Take it away again. Mercer with Hischier. Mercer stops. Can't get it over to Hischier thanks to the diving play by McClure. Hischier gets it back, and a big pad save by Pickard.
What a save there. A real crisp, great goal by Connor Brown. There's the chance for Hischier. Another short-handed chance. That would have been on the breakaway and finishes it off. But, you know, they get caught flat there, Bryce, right? They got to have a little bit of a safety valve.
Stole away, Hughes all along, backhand forehand. Scores! Jack Hughes on the turnover. And the floodgates open. It's 4-1.
First he sits in behind. Nurse turns it over. Can't get it up the wall. And watch this go to the backhand. Quick edge work to the forehand. And an empty net is the end result to make it 4-1. What a move.
Draisaitl. Centering pass goes off a skate to Ekholm. Ekholm back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up the wall to Ekholm. Ekholm straight away. Back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl finds Nurse. Nurse gets a tap deflection from McDavid. And a goal by Nugent Hopkins at the doorstep, his second of the game. And now it's 4-2 with 3:30 to go.
So Nugent Hopkins for his second goal of the game, and he has a slam dunk on this pass. Ekholm gets it down low, right through the seam. This is a heck of a pass. There's all kinds of Devils there, and they're ready to react. Nice.
Face-off support.
Go for it.
Devils have won 53% of them, so winning the face-off is key to the right of Allen. Scramble for possession. Devils take it. Meyer can't clear, but a second opportunity by Hischier finds Mercer, who with the dagger scores. And the Devils take the commanding 5-2 lead.
And eventually, or initially, Meyer tries a maneuver around Bouchard. He does a good job to knock it away from him, where Meyer has an empty net, but everybody supports. A real nice ovation for the effort of this Devils club against the Oilers this afternoon and evening, and both home games have been pretty impressive.
Shot score between the circles. Curtis Lazar, the former Devil, scores with 1.7 to go to cosmetically make it more interesting at 5-3. As it doesn't look like they're going to put any extra time on, as Glendening is at center ice.
Only fitting, though, right, Don? I guess. Yeah. Curtis Lazar, who is a fan favorite here in New Jersey, adds a goal, even though it was all for naught, and big victory for the Devils here.
to be a special player, can get better with more.
Ryan Pulock, a long shot. That's stopped by Allmark. Rebound. Pagno turned away. What a stop by Allmark.
They should, because Linus Allmark makes a 10-bell save right in front. Bouncing puck, it goes.
Or cup, or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in, it matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in must be legal drinking age.
Oil Country, stranded in the snow, stuck on the side of the road, or just locked out of your ride? Visit OilCountryTowing.com, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 towing side rescue team. Oil Country Towing will get you going.
This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Bob Stauffer, Cam Moon with you. We're at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan, and it is time to tell you the Oilers Kids with Cancer 50/50 presented by Rogers is now live. Play now to win early bird prizes, including a pair of tickets to the Nitro Circus at Rogers Place, a signed Oilers jersey, and much more. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50/50 for more chances to win. As we go to Legacy Heating and Cooling, who's hot and who's not? Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments and no interest for 1 year. Connor McDavid against Detroit's been outstanding. 5 goals, 26 points in 17 games. Plus 16 in 17 career games against Detroit. That's pretty good. Tilly Out of Town scoreboard. Brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers last night. 21 saves for Connor Ingram. Goals from Roby Yarvente and Quinn Hudson with the winner. Bakersfield beats San Jose 2-1. They play Coachella Valley today, their third game of the year. They're 1-1 in the season. And the Edmonton Oil Kings killed off a late 5-on-3 in Prince Albert. And then Ethan McKenzie got the GWG and OT as the Oil Kings ran their record to 9-2 on the season by virtue of a 3-2 overtime victory. There are 3 other games today in the National Hockey League. And let's get right to them right now. We will tell you. And it's been a nasty one between Vancouver and Washington. It's 4-2 for the Vancouver Canucks over the Washington Capitals. In this game, Philip Hedl got absolutely smoked by Tom Wilson. Big hit, and Hedl's had concussion issues in the past. And Victor Mancini dropped the gloves with Brandon Duhaime, and Duhaime can chuck him. Later today, Anaheim is in Chicago, and Boston is at Utah. Stay tuned following the game for the Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance. Goal of the game, whatever life brings. We've got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. There's 7 minutes to face off, and this is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
The same AI-powered technology that helps Oilers fans move through security-efficient Rogers Place is also available for Edmonton area schools, hospitals, and workplaces. Evolve Technology, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers and official security screening partner of Rogers Place, helps identify potential threats and create safe experiences at hockey games and wherever people gather. Visit Rogers Place to experience Evolve live, or check out evolve.com for more information. That's EVOLV.com.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
You're listening to Rogers Game Night on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're live from Little Caesars Arena. Let's bring aboard our inside of game analyst, Rob Brown. Rob, Oilers loading up McDavid and Draisaitl trying to get their offense going. Edmonton comes into this game 28th in the league in goals for. The good news is they're 9th in the league in goals against, which is why they got a .500 record. I expected Edmonton to be a top 5 or 6 overall goal-scoring team. Now, they haven't had Jake Wallman. That affects their ability to transition the puck a bit. They don't have Zach Hyman. But it doesn't help when your shooting percentage is amongst the worst in the league. Your thoughts?
Well, I was a little surprised that I saw the Connor and Leon together. I was, because I think the Detroit Red Wings have a very, very good first pairing. I think Seider's a fantastic defenseman who is going to be going head-to-head against Connor and Leon all night long. I just don't know if they've got the depth. So if you break up Connor and Leon, I believe one of your lines would get a mismatch. So I was a little surprised they were put together. Having said all of that, they need Connor and Leon going. 5-on-5, they have not been where you would expect them to be yet. And that's because their bar is so high. So I think this is the coach saying, we need you guys, go out and do something. And they're going to have to lead this team 5-on-5. And if this team wants to get going to where it needs to be, it's going to be on the backs of their two superstars.
Yeah, no question about it. Noah Philp, Isaac Howard back in.
Well, Noah Philp, you and I talked about it. We were both surprised he wasn't in to start with. He might have been his best game as a pro and then didn't play the next couple games after that. So no shock that he is in. And Howard, to me, Howard is either in the lineup tonight or he's in the minors. A young kid with high potential. You don't want him sitting in the press box very long. It doesn't help him or your team. So no surprise either player is in the lineup tonight. And I expect both players to have jump, knowing that they do not want to go back up to the press box anytime soon.
Is it different feel here than there is in New Jersey? Do you buy that?
Yes, it's a hockey town. Will be a lot of, anyone from Ontario will have a lot of family and friends there. Growing up, you would watch games on TV. You would see the Red Wings a lot. You wouldn't see the Devils a lot, or the Long Island a lot. So this is it's a different feel, and it's always fun to play in Detroit. And I don't know if it still is, but it used to be. You walk around the hallways, you see all the pictures of all the superstars.
Got them all.
Yeah, and that to me as a player, that was just really cool. So yeah, a completely different vibe when you play in Detroit.
More with Rob Brown and Brendan Escott during the end of the roll. First intermission up next. We'll go to the Ford Keys of the Game, brought to you by Ford, the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Oilers need a good start. It's not simple. And they need McDavid and Draisaitl to get going. Cam Moon's got the call up next on Ford Oilers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
It's game on at City Ford. With an all-star lineup of 2025 Ford favorites. Save up to $5,000 on Escapes. Up to $6,000 on Bronco Sports. And up to $16,000 on F-150s. Plus, find 0% financing options available on all 3 vehicles. Score an all-star deal today. And spin and win an iPad, Oilers merch, Costco card, even a trip to Vegas. Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
Whether you're building a home, a community, or championship team, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step, one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building. The official builder of the Edmonton Oilers, proudly celebrating 50 years. Visit coventryhomes.ca.
From backyard rinks to big arenas under bright lights, electricity powers every moment. At Capital Power, we generate reliable, affordable electricity for OilCountry and beyond, powering innovation, opportunity, and thriving economies across North America. Just like our Edmonton Oilers, we're driven, determined, and lighting up the game. We're powering change by changing power. Get to know us at capitalpower.com.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Thank God for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight glass gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets from glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This is Oil Country. Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
It's the Oilers, it's the Red Wings, an afternoon tilt at Little Caesars Arena. Good afternoon, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer, Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, Jack Michaels, Aidan Gannon. We are the Oilers Radio Network, and the starting lineup, it's brought to you by Coventry Homes. Building a home or a championship team, it happens one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building, proudly celebrating 50 years. For the Oilers, up front, Connor McDavid with Leon Draisaitl and Andrew Mangiapane. On defense, Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. It'll be Stuart Skinner in goal. Red Wings, Dylan Larkin with Emmett Finney and Lucas Raymond up front. Ben Sherratt and Moritz Seider on defense. John Gibson starts in goal. Justin Kia and Eric Furlatt are the referees. Dan Kelly and Devin Berg, they're on the lines as we get ready to go here at Little Caesars Arena. Game 4 of the 5-game trip for the Oilers. We've dropped the puck and we're underway as Ekholm will dump it in, and Seider in the left wing corner of his own end clears it out. It comes right back to Ekholm. He'll shoot it in. Gibson will stop it in behind the net. To Seider in the right wing corner through the middle. Nobody there all the way down the ice, but right on goal. And Skinner sweep it across to Bouchard up the right wing for Draisaitl. Out of McDavid, has to drop back to Bouchard on the left wing to Ekholm. It gets into the Red Wing zone. On the end boards, Larkin around to Raymond. And he'll get it off the right side and out. And the puck in the neutral zone. Sherratt, the left wing, he missed Finney with it. It'll be an icing call, 43 seconds into a scoreless first.
While the Oilers loading up Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, they need to get their offense rolling. 28th in the league in goals, 4 going in. I think part of it's going to be dependent a little bit on the defense. But one guy that is going is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Leads the team. He's got 4 goals and 6 points in Oilers' first 5 games. And he's got new line mates tonight, Vasily Podkolzin and Jack Roslovic.
Face off to the right of Gibson, 31 saves in a 2-1 overtime win over Tampa Bay on Friday. Played the first game of the year, then hadn't played until that last game. As Nurse with his shot and a save by Gibson, saw it all the way. He held on. The Red Wings winning 4 straight after losing that opening game to Montreal.
They got pounded pretty good, and Gibson had a rough start. And they've rebounded well since then. They don't have Patrick Kane today. He's been, the guy's got 65 points in 52 career games against Edmonton. And even as a Red Wing, he's had some dominant moments against the Oilers.
Nugent-Hopkins will take the draw against Casper. Puck to the line to Nurse. He'll shoot it. That goes wide of the net. Stetcher's in from the right wing side, but to break it will go in behind his net for the Red Wings. Up the right wing, got it out to center ice. Ransdale Nygaard will bump it back to his own blue line. Sandin Pellick up the left wing to DeBrincat. Into the middle of the ice. Goes off of Casper. Stetcher to Roslovic. Can't get it out, though. Casper with a chance. A shot. And that goes off a leg. Never gets to the Oiler goal. Nugent-Hopkins off the left wing boards it out. Sandin Pellick with a puck at his own blue line for the Red Wings. We're just underway here as the Oilers take on the Red Wings at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. The left wing side, the puck flipped in by Appleton. Comfer after it, Appleton up the left wing. To the blue line, the shot, and that doesn't get through as Johansson let it go from the right wing point. From the corner, Comfer has it for the Red Wings. They take a hit from Emberson. Appleton off the left wing boards to the blue line. Johansson, a wrist shot, and that one blocked in front of the net. Kapanen will get it out on the back end up to Trent Frederick. He'll dump it in. Bernard Docker in the right wing corner to Johansson for the Red Wings. Now to Berggren on the left wing. To Appleton down the right side. Long wrist shot saved by Skinner. He's going to hold on, and there'll be a face-off in the Oilers zone. 2 minutes, 14 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period.
Bit of a misplay just inside the Oilers blue line there, and you got it routine with Kasperi Kapanen, who's over on the left side. He's normally right wing, and him and Frederick ended up on the same side of the ice. And neither guy went to the puck.
Off the draw, Ekholm up in the air, bounces it out through the middle. Savoy was flying after it, but Edvinsson cleared it out. And in the neutral zone, Rasmussen crossed the Kopp. He's all alone. Great save made by Skinner off of Kopp, who got sprung right up the middle of the ice. It's in the slot area of the Edmonton end. Bouchard can clear it out. Bouchard up the left wing to Henrique, and he'll shoot it in. Henrique playing in his 999th NHL game. And the puck to center ice off of Rasmussen. The first really good chance of this game goes to Detroit.
2 misplays in the Oilers zone, and they've created opportunities as a result. Manage the puck.
Mangiapane into the Detroit end. Sider takes him to the boards. Loose puck goes to Sherratt. Sherratt works in the right corner. He hit Raymond with it. We go to Sider in behind the net, rims it hard up the left wing, and got it out to center ice to Finney. Push it across to Sider on the right to Larkin at the Edmonton blue line, where Nurse will break it up. Now get it out down the left wing. To Mangiapane in over the line to McDavid. He's trying to spin towards the net. He got knocked down. Couldn't get it to the goal. Finney had come back for the Red Wings.
That was a good play. That's a forward back.
Against the best player in the world. 20 years old.
7th round pick a couple years ago.
Played last year with the Kamloops Blazers in the WHL as it's dumped in. Out of the right wing corner, Bernard Docker will get it to center ice. Goes off his stick. He goes out of play. 3 minutes, 52 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period. And yeah, Emmett Finney is a tremendous story to be starting the year here at the National Hockey League level right out of the WHL as a 7th round pick.
Crazy.
His brother Marshall Finney played with the Edmonton Oil Kings. They're from Lethbridge.
They got an American kid that came up that's just setting the WHL on fire at all U.S. National. J.P. Hurlbert.
Yeah, he's putting up great big numbers. Yeah. They finished a road trip in Swift Current last night, did the Blazers. Up the right wing, Bernard Docker to center. Off his stick goes into the Oilers zone. Kulak on the right wing to Roslovic. We're scoreless here. The first through the middle to Nugent Hopkins. And over the Detroit line. Tried to shoot it. That was partially blocked. Sandin Pellikka had to go off of him. And the puck into the corner. Sandin Pellikka trying to get control. Nugent Hopkins to Roslovic. Right wing. Podkolzin, a shot that went off of Edvinsson before it could get to the net. Kasper takes a hit from Podkolzin. The puck behind the goal. Nugent Hopkins steals. Goes over to the right wing. To the right wing point for Emberson. Plays it low in behind the net. Roslovic out to Nugent Hopkins, but just breaking it up was Sandin Pellikka, and he gets it out to the neutral zone. New zone in, Edvinsson. It's about 5 minutes gone here. Scoreless first. Oilers take on the Red Wings. Sandin Pellikka up the right wing. Off of Appleton, it goes into the Edmonton zone, left wing corner. Nurse had to hit a skate. It comes to the slot, and that shot from the blue line by Johansson doesn't get through. Appleton on the left wing. Up to the top of the circle, lost it to Kapanen. Kapanen to the Red Wing blue line. Frederick trying to keep it in. It's poked out to center by Comfer. Nurse will shoot it in. The rims on the right, Johansson to the right wing corner. Trent Frederick right on him. The puck up against the end board. Goes over to Noah Phil. Has it up the left wing. To the top of the circle with Johansson on him. To the left wing corner. Breaking things up was Bernard Docker, and the puck to the corner. Goes behind the net, Kampanen trying a centering pass. And Bernard Docker got in the way of it, off the glass. It hits Stetcher, so it stays in on the right wing point. Stetcher put it through the middle. Johansson will get it out. Went off of Frederick. Shouldn't be icing, and it isn't. 6 minutes into a scoreless first as the Oilers take on the Red Wings. And Nurse with a long pass on the right. Off the stick of Ike. Howard goes deep into the Detroit zone. Side of rims on the right wing. Van Riemsdyk will get it out. The puck at the Edmonton blue line. Sherratt to Rasmussen. Pushed off a bit by Evan Bouchard. Will wheel into the slot area in his own end. Now start up ice through the middle. Comes into the Detroit end to the middle. A shot by Ekholm and a right pad save by Gibson. He was able to boot it out and the puck flipped out to center ice. Kopp will bring it in on the left. Fans on a pass. Howard able to knock it free and it goes to Bouchard. He'll stop in behind the Edmonton goal. Finney just beyond the Edmonton crease. As Bouchard up the middle to Draisaitl, now to center to Mangiapane. Come into the Detroit end, go to the right wing corner. Mangiapane with Edvinsson on him. Tried to go to the right wing, and Sandin Pellikka broken up, gets it out. Won't be hard enough for icing as Nurse chases after it in his own end. On the left wing, off of McDavid. And the puck in the middle of the ice at center. Draisaitl gets in over the line through the middle to McDavid. His pass on the left wing to Mangiapane. Went off of Sandin Pellikka.
Right down Main Street.
Larkin in the neutral zone. Left wing to Finney to the net. His pass just off the stick of Kulak. We're scoreless here in the first. 7:35 gone. And the puck in the neutral zone. Larkin, cross ice pass to Finney. Finney with a rising shot and a glove save made by Skinner. He's going to hold on. We're going to take a break. 7:45 gone here in a scoreless first. The Oilers take on the Red Wings from Little Caesars Arena in Detroit as Ford Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in-stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service line to get you what you need, when you need it, 24/7, 365, every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stu steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the street. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers. 737373, Pizza 73.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Oilers and Red Wings scoreless, 7:15 gone in the first. The Oilers Kids with Cancer 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's now live. Play now to win early bird prizes, including a pair of tickets to Nitro Circus at Rogers Place, a signed Oilers jersey, and much more. Get your tickets at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50 for more chances to win.
Second game in a row, the Oilers on an ozone attack. Off the rush, 3-on-2, puck in the middle of the ice slot. Yesterday it was Nurse. Today it's Connor McDavid. Both times passed off. Got to shoot.
Sider, right wing to DeBrincat. The shot and a good save made by Skinner. As DeBrincat with the opportunity in the slot over to the right side. DeBrincat out to Casper. And his shot off the stick of Ekholm, and that will go out of play. And the Red Wings off the face-off.
That's not the guy you want to see shooting the puck. He's a 2-time 41 goal scorer. Alex DeBrincat, a 3-time 50 goal scorer for Chris Knobloch in Erie under undrafted player that Sherry Basson found there. 7 times 20-plus goals in his career. Most years where he's healthy and he plays a full year, he's going to score you at least 30. He can shoot the pill.
Face off to the right of Skinner. He had 21 saves, that 4-2 loss against the Islanders on Thursday. Looking for career win number 100.
Good job by Frederick on the draw here after Philp got waved out.
Goes to Kulak, and they'll get it to center ice. Smacked into the zone by Frederick. Bernard Docker behind his net. Rims on the right. It does not get out. And on the right wing, Frederick got checked at the blue line. Johansson went to brink it and lost it just over the Edmonton blue line.
Frederick got lucky. Yep.
Centering pass comes to the slot. A shot off the right wing by Bernard Docker. Doesn't get through. On the left wing, to brink it. All the way across, Bernard Docker. Shot. Oh, that just pinballed wide of the Edmonton net.
I don't know if
a glove ahead pass.
If Frederick realizes he's playing left wing, like he's been over, like, wow, there's been a couple times where there's been some communication challenges between Frederick and Kasperi Kapanen, and the Oilers dodged one in front because that puck could have easily deflected it off of Emerson in the net. Hoping for a little bit more from Edmonton early here. Usually the team that plays the day before got the energy advantage in the first period.
Doesn't look that way so far.
No, but the Oilers do have 4 new lines.
Dumped into the Oilers zone. We're scoreless here in the first. We're almost 9 minutes into the opening period. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins up the left wing to center ice. Now to Roslovic. Comes into the Detroit zone. Left wing corner. Puck goes into the blue line. To Nurse. Didn't get much on the shot. It goes wide. Nugent-Hopkins for the right point for Stetcher. Down the right wing to Nugent-Hopkins. Towards the goal, but blocked by Edvinsson. And Edvinsson will take it to the boards. Get it up in the air. Bouncing puck. Good work by Stetcher. He kept it in. And Sandin Pellica got it up the right wing and out. Stetcher, center ice to Roslovic. Just in over the line. Nurse on the point. Goes cross corner. Trying to get it to McDavid. He got it in front of the net, but Gibson got it out of harm's way. And the puck in the neutral zone. Off the stick of Finney. To the left wing side to Larkin. Will take it left wing corner from the angle. Put it off the outside of the net. Finney looking forward on the boards. But it is cleared out by Roslovic. Sherratt to Sider at his own blue line for the Red Wings. Left wing to Raymond. Raymond lost it just over the line. So Draisaitl can get it out, get over center, and shoot it in. That Rims on the left wing. Sider and Mangiapane up against the boards. Get out to the middle of the ice. Raymond clears. Ekholm pressured by Larkin. Across to Bouchard on the right. Now up the right side to the blue line. Where it was kept in on the right wing point by Van Riemsdyk. Out of the right wing corner. The pass by Finney off his stick, and that goes out of play. With 9:33 to go here in a scoreless first period, the Oilers taking on the Red Wings. We'll be right back from Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
In OilCountry, winning on the ice goes hand in hand with winning off the ice. With the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers, winning can mean both a life changed and a life saved. Because every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. And with the largest jackpots in all of sports, you could become Alberta's next millionaire. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com. Because when you play, all of OilCountry wins.
AGLC license number 744517.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
ATCO Energy gives you real money off your bills, plus home service deals you won't find anywhere else. Get a $150 welcome bonus when you bundle electricity and natural gas. And with electricity at just 7.68 cents per kilowatt hour, ATCO Energy helps you save from day one. Switch today at atcoenergy.com. Conditions apply. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822, toll free in Alberta.
All games, all seasons.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer were here at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Edmonton, and Detroit scoreless. 9:33 to go in the first period. The broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Face off the Edmonton zone to the left of Stuart Skinner. Edmonton being outshot 4-2 to this point. This Comp will take the draw against Henrique. Henrique wins it. Kulak bumps it behind the net. Emberson skates onto it. Up the right wing to Savoy. Lost an edge. Lost the puck. Went off the end of his stick. Edmondson inside his own blue line. Up to Sandine Pellico. Dumped the puck in. Kulak on the left wing boards. Rasmussen now has it in his skates for the Red Wings. Goes in behind the net. Howard. A one-touch pass to Kulak, and he'll lead the rush, get to center, and dump it in. The rims on the left, Savoy to Henrique. Wedged up against the boards by Edmondson. Henrique will get it out to the middle, and Howard didn't get much on it, and it just goes up into the air right to Gibson. He'll hold on. 8:54 to go here in a scoreless first.
It's probably the best opportunity of the game, and a couple rookies out there. Savoy blows the wheel untouched in the neutral ice area, and then a low slot opportunity and a quick little interior pass from Henrique after Savoy helped create a turnover, and unfortunately not getting anything on it was Isaac Howard.
Goes to the blue line. Bouchard on the right. The one-timer by Draisaitl goes wide of the goal. Top of the circle in his own end. Raymond to center ice to Finney.
To say that the Oilers are off right now is to be an understatement. They got to find their game here.
At home on the right wing to Draisaitl. Got it out to center ice. Larkin will dump it back in. Bouchard's got a turn on it. Off the boards to McDavid. McDavid, he's got points in all 5 games. The Oilers have played 7 assists here so far. Through the middle to Draisaitl. In on the right wing to the middle. Just missed Mangiapane with it. And the puck in the corner. Sider for the Red Wings. Up in the air. Knocked down out of the air by Bouchard. And Lucas Raymond can get it out. And brought in on the right wing. And fired all the way across by Casper. And the puck on the left wing. It'll be Ekholm to get it out. But that pass was too far for Draisaitl. It goes down into the Red Wings end. Bernard Docker will rim it around. It comes out. There's in behind the Edmonton goal. Up the right wing. Woods went off the glass, but kept in by Casper. Got it in behind the net. Branzig Nygaard got it to the right wing side, but went off the shoulder of Skinner, and the puck over to the left wing. Top of the circle with it. Philp gets it out to Frederick to Philp. In over the Detroit line. Philp across to Frederick. Now tapping it in there too, and they couldn't jam it towards the net. Stetcher from the right wing point to Frederick. It's in behind the goal. Frederick to the right wing. Shoved off of it. And DeBrincat will get it out.
Well, Phil kept his feet moving and created an opportunity. And the Oilers were a little bit unlucky not to have gotten a better shot on goal here. Let's move the puck.
Nurse to Roslovic, left wing to Podkolzin, just inside the blue line of the Red Wings. It's bumped back out, and it's at center ice for Ty Emberson. He will shoot it in with 6:40 to go here in a scoreless first period. The Oilers take on the Red Wings. Berggren will get it out through the middle of Comfort, now on the left to Appleton. Appleton spins the puck to Edmondson to Comfort to the blue line. Appleton walks to the middle down the right wing. Sandine Pellica shot hits somebody in front of the net. Never got to the goaltender Skinner, and Roslovic up to center ice. Dump the puck to the right wing corner. Runs into Appleton. It's on the end boards in Detroit territory. Compher will get it out. Long pass to Berggren down the left wing. A shot! The save made by Skinner. And then he'll put it down onto the ice for Kulak. Over to Emberson to Kulak. There's Jonathan Berggren with a chance down the left wing.
Look at the forechecking pressure. 2 games in a row, Detroit, New Jersey, they realize pressure the Oilers D.
Lots of it. Stumped into the Detroit zone. Sherrod up the right wing to Kopp. Untouched it in. Now Van Riemsdyk in front to Rasmus. He was all alone. He fanned on it. Kopp with a shot and a pad save made by Skinner as he scurried back into his net. The puck along the right wing. Savoy behind the Edmonton net to Nurse and went to his skates. Wow. Kopp has it right wing corner. To the point. Johansson on the left side to Kopp. Centering pass off the stick of Skinner through the middle. Savoy will bring it out. We're scoreless here in the first period. Savoy's pass on the left side to Howard. Put it through the slot. Nobody could get a hold of it for the Oilers.
Too many hope passes from those young guys. Got to manage the puck better.
But our Docker off the glass and out. Ekholm on the right wing to Draisaitl. To the right wing corner. Sherrod will help it around, but it's McDavid. On the right wing, he wanted to get it to Draisaitl. Puck comes free in the corner. Mangiapane on the end boards. Draisaitl poked it to the left. Finney to Larkin. Off the boards and out. Bouchard inside his own end. Got it to center ice. Finney waits for Freeman to get onside. To Larkin. His one-time shot goes off of Ekholm. Sider from the right point. He tried to shoot it. It was blocked. The Oilers get control. McDavid on the left wing. That was broken up. Ranzig Nygaard into the Oiler end. Separated from it by Ekholm. Kapanen to the middle for Frederick. Frederick is all by himself. Edmonton making changes. Got checked at the blue line. Castro get the puck in on the left wing. 4 minutes to go here. Scoreless first. The Oilers take on Detroit. Frederick, left wing corner in his own end. On the right, Kasperi Kapanen stepping up was Edmondson. Knocked him down. And Edmondson is through the middle. Nobody there for Detroit. Kulak to Phil. Off the right wing to Frederick. He'll shoot it in. Kulak will go after it. Edmondson on the right wing. Gets the puck to the neutral zone. Emberson fans on his pass to Phil.
That is an unforced pass from 30 feet away.
Compher into his own zone for Edmondson. Cross to Sandin Pellikka up the right wing. It's directed in by Appleton. Skinner had to come out. He played it. Stetcher. Right wing to Nugent-Hopkins. Now to Podkolzin for Nurse. Wanted to get it to Nugent-Hopkins. The pass got partially blocked. Appleton will step to center and shoot it in. From the left side, Podkolzin up in the air and out. A bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Berggren, his own blue line. Give it to Johansson. Now to Bernard Docker. Back to Johansson. Johansson. Bernard Docker just clears it to the right wing for Larkin. Off the right wing boards and in. Finney flies after, but Stetcher got to it first. Tight turn up the left wing. Across to Nurse, off the boards and out. He's back into the Oilers zone, and Bouchard turns into the left wing corner. Up the right wing to Roslovic. Just directs it in. Sherrod's got to go back for it. He's in behind his net for Detroit, around the right wing. It's top of the circle. It doesn't get out. Draisaitl in front of the goal, and Sider broke it up. Puck on the left wing point. Ekholm down low, looking for Draisaitl. It goes to the right wing corner. Draisaitl out to McDavid, to the net. He lost the puck as he got dumped down, and it's near the top of the circle. Larkin down the right wing with Finney. His pass across to Finney. Now in front, Sider shot, and that's blocked by Ekholm. Mangiapane will clear it out. Larkin dumps it back in. Minute 40 to go here. Scoreless first. Bouchard retreats behind the Edmonton net. On the right wing to Ike Howard. Man, that goes offside at the Red Wing blue line. So we can take a break. With a minute 27 to go in a scoreless first, the Oilers taking on the Red Wings from Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is always growing. Right now, they're hiring heavy equipment technicians, EM servicemen, and maintenance supervisors. Apply if you're from here or across the country. Even if you're from the Rock, they want to talk. Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Find more ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. Unlock savings through always low-priced items, multi-save, club size, fresh promise, hit of the month offers, ad match, and more. Find everything you need from grocery staples, fresh produce, prepared meals, and multicultural assortments to clothing, home, entertainment, health, and beauty. Plus, PC Optimum members save more. Open the PC Optimum app to load exclusive super coupons and weekly points offers. Real Canadian Superstore. Proudly Canadian. See weekly flyer for details.
From backyard rinks to big arenas under bright lights, electricity powers every moment. At Capital Power, we generate reliable, affordable electricity for OilCountry and beyond, powering innovation, opportunity, and thriving economies across North America. Just like our Edmonton Oilers, we're driven, determined, and lighting up the game. We're powering change by changing power. Get to know us at capitalpower.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers and Red Wings still at zeros, 1:27 to go in the first period.
Well, the Oilers haven't had much. They've had a couple chances. I mean, one right down Main Street for McDavid to shoot the puck. He didn't. But they're a little off right now, collectively as a team. And Detroit's a quick team. Detroit can skate. Got to be on it.
Anderson will shoot it into the Detroit zone. Sending Pellica can't clear it out. It's bouncing around in the slot. Phil on the left to Kapanen. His shot got blocked. Left wing point. Kulak into the corner. It goes to Phil. A centering pass off a stick and covered by Gibson before it could get to Kapanen, who was waiting over on the right wing.
Like the little adjustment there. Quite sure where Frederick, I'm just looking, are they down a man on the bench? Frederick got moved off that line. They threw Savoy up there for some quickness. Let's keep an eye on that. But Colson comes out with Nugent Hopkins here and Roslovic. Now, Nuge did win 2 ozone draws. The Oilers only have 3 shots on goal. 3.
Yeah. Sider out through the middle with it. We're in the last minute here of a scoreless first period. Matthias Ekholm inside the Edmonton end, right in the middle. Right wing to Bouchard. One touches it to Podkolzin. Up the right wing.
And it's not ice. It went right through Roslovic.
They waved it off. There we go. It's okay. Puck lifted up and out by Sider. Bouchard. To Nugent Hopkins to Ekholm. Cross to Bouchard. On the right wing to Roslovic. And center ice, off the boards and in. Sider has to turn back for it. It's hit by Podkolzin. Gets it back to the blue line. Bouchard on the right wing to Nugent Hopkins. Now to Roslovic. It's knocked down by Sherrod, who steals it. Sherrod into the Oiler end. A shot and a glove save made by Skinner with 12 seconds to go here in this scoreless first period. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Oilers will close out this road trip Tuesday in Ottawa. Started it off with a 2-0 win against the Rangers, a 4-2 loss on the island, and a 5-3 loss yesterday afternoon against New Jersey. Got them to 2-2-1 on the season.
Play from both out here.
So Finney will take the draw against Draisaitl. Finney wins it. Left wing point. Edvinsson shot off the shin pads of Mangiapane, and it comes out.
Mangiapane ate that one.
That hurt a little. And the first period will end. And this one will be at zeros after 20 minutes of play. And the netminder in the Detroit and John Gibson didn't have a lot to do in that first period. The Oilers didn't have a lot of good chances.
They had nothing going. I mean, nothing going. Their best line was the Philp line.
Stuart Skinner had to make some saves, though.
Yeah, he was good.
Yep, he had to make some stops, and it keeps his team still here at Goose Eggs after the first period of the game between the Oilers and the Red Wings. So a little slow start that way. See how this game evolves as it rolls on. Oilers and we have Noah Philp downstairs, Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer upstairs. Noah, your thoughts on the way things went there in the first period?
I think both teams feeling each other out. They came out pretty strong in the shooting pucks, and I think that's something we can do a little better.
100% you can do that better. Your line kept it simple. Played north-south. Is that part of what the team right now seems to be a little bit discombobulated offensively. I know it's difficult for you, Noah. You're coming back in the lineup. You weren't on the team full-time last year. But sometimes you just got to get back to simplicity, don't you?
100%, especially, coming off a couple of losses. I think that's kind of the way to get back into it and get your confidence going, and I think everybody can shoot a little more and play a little more north.
When you get back into the lineup like this, Noah, you're going to be, I'm guessing, super motivated and just doing whatever it takes to just stay in there and thrive in the environment, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 100%. Just do whatever I can, try to use my strengths and try to play a solid game.
Thanks, Noah.
Thanks, Noah.
Thanks, guys.
All right, there's Noah Philp downstairs. Oilers and the Red Wings scoreless here after 20 minutes.
Yep, it's really simple. When you're the world's best player and you scored almost from the identical spot in Detroit last year, here walking right down Main Street, you don't sit there and dish the. Your team's not scoring. You're 28th in the league in goals for. And I get it. It's not the same emotional intensity as what you had in the playoffs, but it's gotta get going. The team hasn't played well through the first three road games. Stuart Skinner stole a game for you in New York City that you probably shouldn't have won. You got what you paid for in terms of the performance in both Long Island and against New Jersey. And Detroit was quicker and better on pucks. And the Oilers gave Detroit 3 or 4 opportunities off of turnovers, either just inside their own blue line or just outside the blue line. And frankly, I got to be honest with you, Cam, I think Edmonton's lucky. It's a scoreless game after one. So you can build on that for period number 2.
Well, they can only go up from here. Scoreless after 20 minutes. Brendan Escott and Rob Brown, they're standing by. They got the intermission for you when we come back. Zeros after 20 from Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming an 880 CHED Insider.
880 CHED is excited to support Shadow Theatre's production of Morningside Road, an intimate, passionate, and moving new Canadian Celtic musical running at the Varscona Theatre from October 15th to November 2nd. Get more info and lock in your tickets at shadowtheatre.org.
Get your name on our Insider list today and keep up to date on pre-sales, contests, and more. Visit 880ched.com. This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sherrod up the right wing to Kopp. Untouched it in. Now Van Riemsdyk in front to Rasmussen. He was all alone. He fanned on it. Kopp with a shot and a pad save made by Skinner as he scurried back into his net.
That's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winner's zone. We're scoreless after 20 minutes of play at Little Caesars Arena. Detroit, I thought, dictated a lot of the play in that period. Edmonton managing just 3 shots on goal to Detroit's 7. They did block 12, but I think that was maybe an indication of the kind of pressure that Detroit was applying to this Edmonton team. Rob, overall, your assessment of that opening frame?
I would say uninspiring.
Yeah.
The Oilers really didn't create anything. They had the 3 shots. I think 2 of them were from distance. Gibson wasn't tested at all in that period. And I think the Oilers were better defensively than they had been in the last few games. But again, a big mistake early. It was a kind of a broken play 2-on-2, and both Oiler the defenseman and Adam Henrique coming back both went to the same guy, turned into a partial breakaway. Again, on a nothing play. The Oilers have numbers back, everything's fine, and it was a veteran player, Henrique, who left the middle of the ice to chase the puck. Those are the mistakes the Oilers have been making in the last number of games, giving the opposition team easy opportunities, and again, another breakaway against. Now, Stuart Skinner, excellent in that period. So if you want to look at a positive, Skinner, excellent. And you and I talked off air, I thought Noah Philp was probably the most noticeable of all the Oiler forwards.
Yeah, absolutely, which is inspiring in its own right because you didn't know how he was going to react. You hoped, but a couple nights in the press box after as quality, a high-quality game as he played the other game, yeah, I was curious about Noah Philp, but he might have been their best player other than the goaltender in that opening frame, which says a lot because, you've got McDavid and Draisaitl playing together, which is supposed to be a catalyst to more offense for this team, and you're just not seeing it. Instead, you're seeing it being well matched, I think, by what Detroit brings defensively.
Well, Moritz Seider is an excellent defenseman. He's one of my favorite ones to watch when we watch opposition players. He is just so smart, skates so well, he's got size. So that's why I was a little surprised they put Connor and Leon together, because that allows Tom McClellan said, okay, here's our best defenseman. Now I don't have to decide. He's going against the 2 of them. And you're never going to stop Connor and Leon, but you can try to at least limit the damage. And then after those 2 are together, you have Seider against them. Well, you're not getting the mismatches because now you feel your second pairing can match up against Nugent Hopkins. Your third pairing can go against a third or fourth line. So I was a little surprised by that. But again, Oilers just not generating chances. They're just not getting a lot of good looks. And the one thing that haunted them, we talked about mental mistakes defensively, wrong reads, just complete misplays. But the other thing that was causing problems in the last couple of games is where they would come up, and if they're not 29 or 97, they're not dumping the puck in. And we saw a couple great examples tonight. Ike Howard, been in the press box, comes back, he's coming up, he's got speed, he's got his line mates going, and he tries an extra move at the blue line, puck gets poked, offside. The play there is off, bump it past, use your speed. When the entire team that you're playing against is lined up on the blue line, they're standing still. Bump it off the boards, light chip, you're going to win the race or at least have 50-50 getting to the puck. Trent Frederick, he had a 1-on-4. The Oilers change, he has a 1-on-4, and he tries beating the player at the blue line, loses the puck, and here come the Red Wings with numbers, and the Oilers are caught kind of flat-footed. Again, Connor and Leon have free reign. They can try guys one-on-one because more times than not, they win that battle. But the rest of the players, you've got to read the situation, who you are as a player and what you're playing against. The Oilers didn't do enough of getting pucks in deep, and that's why they turned the puck over and really created very little offensively.
It's funny. I can remember being taught at such a young level of hockey that the gray areas, meaning the walls and each blue line, is oftentimes where the game is won and lost. And, maybe that's an oversimplification, but we are seeing the Oilers struggle to get the puck in deep. And if you're Frederick, and forechecking should be the name of your game and pulling pucks out of the offensive zone, then there's got to be more importance put on getting pucks in behind defense.
100%. And if you're skating up the ice as a winger or another line mate with Connor, Leon, and we'll throw Nuge in there. If you're skating up at them, you're trying to read off what they're doing. So you don't get too excited to just go full speed because they may make a move. But every other player, it should be, if it's not an on-man break, I know when he crosses that red line, he's dumping in. So now as a winger, you're going full speed. And because you know he's dumping it in. Yeah. And when he doesn't, now you're going full, now you're stopping. And if the puck comes to you, you're flat-footed. If he throws it in deep now, well, you're not going to win the race. Mm-hmm. You've got to know as a line who you're playing with and what they're going to do. Again, unless you're those three top players, unless it's an odd man break, just get the puck in deep. And that means your wingers know that. They have an advantage. They're going forward. They're going full speed. They don't have to hesitate. What we're seeing, and I think that goes a lot with what Connor McDavid talked about, the disconnect. Well, there's a disconnect with line mates right now because one guy's expecting you to dump it and you don't. So that's what's happening a lot, and the Oilers are really failing to create because they're not getting the pucks into the right areas.
That's our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. He'll be back at the second intermission. We are at the first intermission, and this is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Unbelievable! Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stu steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
Can an energy provider make you feel carefree? We think so. Because who doesn't like to be surrounded by good energy? Great rates, always. Gimmicks, never. Perks that reward your loyalty and energy experts who know what's what. Carefree just feels good. Encore by EPCOR, your carefree electricity and natural gas provider.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Drivers seeking power, performance, and unbeatable value don't need to look any further than Freedom Ford. From the legendary F-150 to the rugged Bronco, the versatile Bronco Sport, and full lineup of SUVs built for every adventure, there's a perfect ride for every driver and every lifestyle. With financing rates starting at just 0%, hitting the road has never been easier or more affordable. Visit Freedom Ford on 75th Street in Edmonton and experience the thrill of driving your dream vehicle today.
Now this update from the Canadian Press. Gaza health officials say at least 29 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli strikes in southern and central Gaza. Meanwhile, an Israeli official says the transfer of aid into Gaza is halted until further notice. Blue Jays fans are in need of a win tonight as the team faces elimination in the MLB playoffs. For the team's Want It All slogan, they'll need to beat the Seattle Mariners tonight and again tomorrow at the Rogers Center. Police in Saskatoon have put a name to a woman who they say was killed and dumped in a well more than 105 years ago. Alice Spence's remains were found in 2006 during an excavation of old gas tanks from a service center in the city's Sutherland area. The Cape Breton Exhibition Grounds is getting $3.2 million in federal provincial funding, and the Wally preparations are underway, set to be celebrated tomorrow with lights, fireworks, feasting, new clothes, and praying. From the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50/50, presented by Rogers, is back and better than ever. With more early bird prizes, bonus raffles, and million-dollar jackpots, the largest 50/50 in professional sports can change your life forever. And every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. Get your 50/50 tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place. Who knows? You could be Alberta's next millionaire.
AGLC license number 744517.
Whether you're building a home, a community, or championship team, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step, one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building. The official builder of the Edmonton Oilers, proudly celebrating 50 years. Visit coventryhomes.ca.
It's a new era for Ford in Edmonton. Welcome to Big West Ford. Located westbound on Stony Plain Road, just east of the Henday, Big West Ford is Edmonton's newest and most exciting Ford dealership. Whether you're after the legendary F-150, the Powerhouse 350 Super Duty, or the adventurous Bronco, they've got you covered with exceptional selection and service right here in your city. Big West Ford, driven by you. Visit Big West Ford at 18208 Stony Plain Road or online at bigwestford.com.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Time now for your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Earlier today in the National Hockey League, the Vancouver Canucks beating the Washington Capitals 4-3 in Washington. The big story out of that game is the health of Philip Hedl after he took a hard hit from Washington's Tom Wilson. Later today, it'll be the Ducks and Blackhawks in Chicago and the Utah Mammoth hosting the Boston Bruins. On the farm, Bakersfield hosting the Coachella Valley Firebirds today, and that'll be at 4 o'clock Pacific time, so 5 o'clock our time. And the Edmonton Oil Kings, who were victorious last night in Prince Albert to move to 9-2 on the season, they take on Saskatoon at 4 o'clock our time this afternoon. You heard it in the Canadian press update there. The Blue Jays need a win at Rogers Centre. They need 2, in fact, if they want to move on to the World Series. They are hosting the Seattle Mariners. 6:03 first pitch tonight. Very much looking forward to that one. And man, I mean, this is the most important baseball game we've had in a decade plus, maybe even longer than that if I have to think back truly. But crazy stuff for the Bluebirds out in Toronto this afternoon. Here in Edmonton, I'll tell you, that is the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. In Edmonton, or rather Detroit, it's scoreless after 20 minutes of play. We've got more Ford Dealers NHL hockey coming right up on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. edmontonsbesthotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
Blue-collar work deserves big-dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with heavy metal equipment and rentals. Heavy metal equipment and rentals is always growing. Right now, they're hiring heavy equipment technicians, EM servicemen, and maintenance supervisors. Apply if you're from here or across the country. Even if you're from the Rock, they want to talk. Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Get a heavy wallet with heavy metal equipment and rentals, helping you move the earth.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. edmontonsbesthotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Oilers and Red Wings getting ready for the second period, still at zeros. And today, Oilers Kids with Cancer 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation and the Kids with Cancer Society, helping kids and families battling cancer and advancing research in hopes of finding a cure for the devastating disease. Support now by getting your tickets at edmontonoilers.com/5050. Phil, Howard, and Kapanen to start things off here in the second. So that's a bit of a switch. As Johansson brings the puck into the Oilers zone. Emberson able to get it loose. Goes to Kopp, though, of the Red Wings. Kopp will get it in front of the net. A backhand glove save made by Skinner, and it comes free. Rasmussen to the left wing point to Johansson. Van Riemsdyk, the cop to Van Riemsdyk out of the right wing corner in front of the goal. Off the stick of Philp. Goes over to the boards.
Oh,
Rasmussen to Cop.
Good read by Philp.
Broken up by Philp through the middle to Savoy, and it's center ice. He's able to shoot it in. We're just underway here in the second. The Oilers and the Red Wings are scoreless.
So that's 2 shifts in a row for Savoy up with Philp and Kapanen. I think it's fair to say we know that line has been changed. See if McDavid and Draisaitl get going.
They're out there now. McDavid comes flying through center ice. Left wing to Ekholm over the Detroit line. Off the right wing corner boards to Mangiapane. Slide in behind the net to the left wing point for Matthias Ekholm. Rims it low in behind the goal. Draisaitl comes over to the left wing, protects it, brings it to the blue line to Bouchard. A shot! That's tipped wide. Comes in front. The shot. Saved by Gibson off of Matthias Ekholm, who just found a loose puck in the slot.
Well, they created some chaos by putting the puck to the net. It was a good deflection by Mangiapane. And Gibson was lucky that it didn't ricochet off the back wall back into him, into the net. It went between his legs, a lot of, and back out into the slot.
Yeah, you're right. It's a wonder it didn't hit him and go in.
Yeah.
Fortunate bounce for John Gibson as the puck to center ice. Finney will dump it in. Bouchard in behind the Edmonton goal. Comes out on the right wing to Mangiapane. Has to poke it back into his own end and go get it himself. Left wing to Ekholm. Off the boards and out.
Even there, like you look at Edmonton's puck play, and it's just been lacking.
Ranzig Nygaard is passed, picked off by Podkolzin. Could not get it through. And Sandin Pellikka up the right wing, missed everybody. That's icing against Detroit.
Part of the problem for Edmonton is they're not taking the simple play that's there. They're always trying to make one play harder than it needs to be, especially when your team isn't rolling. And, we've watched how this team can get to the level that it's gotten at, where it's, gone to the 7th and 6th game of the Stanley Cup playoffs and played as well as they did against Vegas in particular and Dallas. There was a simplicity to how they played.
Ranzig Nygaard in on the left wing to the right wing point. Sandin Pellikka down the right side. To Kasper, out to DeBrincat, and shot it wide of the Edmonton goal. Edmondson pinching in. The puck goes to the blue line. DeBrincat in the middle. A shot on net after it was partially blocked, and the save by Skinner. A bit of a change-up, and the puck on the right wing. Roslovic able to clear, and it will not be hard enough for icing. As we're 2.5 into the second, scoreless between the Oilers and the Red Wings. Fired all the way down. That's icing against Detroit.
Well, Podkolzin is the man that makes the icing happen because he got in on the forecheck, finished it at the check. And yes, Frederick is now playing with Howard and Henrique. So I think they wanted a little, Savoy's a guy, frankly, he hasn't had a chance to play with the big boys yet. He worked. You know you're going to get. He might get knocked off a puck once in a while, but he's always got the motor running.
Kulak from the point. A redirection by Frederick goes just wide of the Detroit goal. Along the boards, puck comes out. The shot by Howard, blocked by Edmondson. And he had a one-time look in the slot, and it's cleared out.
Well, Howard's got goal-scoring instincts. He's had 2 looks on setups from Henrique. Flubbed one shot, didn't get that second one through. Just pressing a bit.
On the end boards in the Edmonton zone. Eventually works loose, goes to the left wing point. Johansson to the middle, waiting. To Berggren on the left, put towards the net by Appleton. It went off the outside of the goal. Henrique to the line, but Johansson's going to keep it in. To the right wing corner he goes for the Red Wings. Pass to the middle, gave it away to Ike Howard. He'll come out with it. He's got Frederick with him. Come in over the line, shoot it. Gibson makes the save. He's going to have to hold on. 3 minutes and 37 seconds gone in the second. The Oilers and the Red Wings are scoreless.
Given how long Edmonton had spent in their own D zone there, I don't mind that play from Howard. Force Gibson to field the puck, get an O-zone draw, and get your best players on the ice. And Todd McClellan, the head coach for Detroit, hard matching the Larkin line against the McDavid line.
Draisaitl taking the draw against Larkin. That wasn't right. Do it again. Draisaitl wins it. McDavid to the right wing point to Bouchard. Off the inboards to Mangiapane. Comes in front of the goal. Now it's just swatted away by Gibson. Finney on the left wing. Up to Raymond. Now to Sherratt. He'll get it out. Draisaitl. Probably going to pass through the middle. That got blocked. Raymond will come in with it. Left wing to Larkin. His shot. He whistles it off the glass. Finney goes in behind the net to the right wing point to Seider. Seider's shot off a leg goes to the right corner. Ekholm jam that up the left wing, and it comes back to Ekholm. And Bouchard get out through center ice to Draisaitl left side. Will shoot it in. Gibson will stop it in behind the net. Rim by Seider. Broken up by Draisaitl. Lost it. Went off his stick. Raymond come out with it for Detroit. Softly dump it in. Goes to the left wing corner. 4.5 gone here in the second. Oilers and Red Wings are scoreless. Stetcher in his own end to Nurse. Over to Stetcher. Troy Stetcher will dump it in. Left wing corner, Edvinsson. High in the air and out. Glove down by Nurse. Nurse on the right wing to Savoy. He'll get into the Red Wing zone. Stops on the right side. Put it off the corner boards. It goes over to the left. Pinching down is Nurse. Puck kept in. Savoy. Off the boards. It goes low. Right wing side. Sandin Pellikka cross ice to Edvinsson. To the Oiler end. Off the left wing boards to DeBrincat. He'll dump it in. Nurse to Philp. Philp spins off the left. Cross to Stetcher. Will get it out through the middle of the ice for Nurse. And shoot it into Detroit territory. Johansson into the corner. Has to deal with Savoy all over him. And the puck on the left wing side. Right power. Podkolzin. Rims right to the right wing point. Nugent Hopkins in the slot. A shot. That's blocked from the right wing. The save made by Gibson off of Emberson. And it's cleared out by Kopp. Now Van Riemsdyk goes to the left wing. In behind the Edmonton net. Can't get a pass in front of it. It's along the boards. Kopp will keep it in. Kulak to Emberson. To the middle of the ice to Nugent Hopkins. At center, softly dump it in. Frederick got to it. Left wing to Roslovic. Behind the net it goes. Johansson off the glass and out. Won't be hard enough for icing. Ekholm has to hurry. Raymond's on him. Got it to Bouchard. And he will clear it. Sherratt back into his own end. Just about 6.5 gone here in the second. Scoreless between the Oilers and the Red Wings. Larkin to Finney. Into the Oiler end on the right wing. Turns towards the boards. In behind the net to Larkin. Wedged off of the puck by Bouchard. And Draisaitl on the right wing. Through the neutral zone. Nice pass to Bouchard. He comes into the right corner. Looks in front of the net. And that goes off the stick of Sherratt. And the puck comes out. Finney off the right wing boards and in. Larkin gets to it first. In front of the goal. And Finney couldn't get a shot away with Ekholm on him. Larkin put it through the middle, but behind Finney, and it will come out and all the way into the Red Wing zone. Sherratt being pressured by Mangiapane. Getting up the boards to DeBrincat, now to Larkin. Over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat in, and his shot off the stick of Nurse. That'll go out of play. 7 minutes, 14 seconds gone here in the second. This game's still at 0 as the Oilers take on the Red Wings. We'll be right back from Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty I tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stu steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Oilers and Red Wings at 0, 7:14 gone in the second. The broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Shots 9-6 in favor of Detroit.
This has been a slog this afternoon.
Face off to the left is Skinner. Tough sledding just to get a good chance for either team to this point.
Detroit's been quick on pucks.
Yeah. Sandeep Pellikka on the right wing rips it off the post short side, and that goes all the way down into the Detroit end. There really was nowhere else to put it than off the post, as Stuart Skinner was up against it, but still, that went all the way down the ice. Sandeep Pellikka on the right to Appleton, and he misses Berggren with it. That's icing against the Red Wings.
Mason Appleton's got off to a decent start.
Points in 3 straight coming into this.
Couple different stints with Winnipeg. I think he's still represented by Rich Winter. Didn't really work out for him in Seattle, and he went back to Winnipeg.
No.
Like he followed third-line guy. He's moved up at times because of injuries here in Detroit early in the year.
Face off to the left of Gibson. Puck to the line. Kulak on the right to Phil. Snap it around behind the net. Roslovic on the left wing to the left wing point to Emberson. Off the glass, that bounces around. Phil gets it to sit down, forced up to the line by Comfort, and the puck to the middle. Edvinsson, left wing to Berggren. Over the center ice line, will shoot it in. Skinner will come out to play it. And the puck along the right wing inside the Edmonton zone. Roslovic up and out with it. Won't be hard enough for icing. There's Albert Johansson in the left wing corner of his own zone. Skates in front of the Red Wing net. Slows up. On the left wing for Larkin. Got points in all 5 games that the Red Wings have played so far this year. The puck dumped in. Kulak has it left wing corner.
It's in a tough spot there.
Rims it up the right. That doesn't get out. Goes to the left side. Raymond to the right wing point to Sider. A shot, and a save made by Skinner. Held on to it as Finney had gone to the front of the net. We'll get the whistle. 8 minutes and 40 seconds gone in the second. The game's still at 0.
Well, Kulak's +4 in the season. He's the first guy to tell you he can play better. And that time he just put the puck in a spot where it was going to be tough for Emerson to make a play, and resulted in a turnover. And they got a shot from distance that Skinner swallowed up.
Backholm off the draw, off the left wing boards and all the way down. Icing against the Oilers. Oil Kings playing today. They're in tune. They won last night in overtime over Prince Albert. Ethan McKenzie with the game winner in OT. Oil Kings now 9-2-0 on the year. They're at home Tuesday against Spokane, 7 o'clock at Rogers Place.
Kasperi Kapanen likely out here. Looks like he tweaked something lower body. Might not. Oilers down to like 11 forwards.
Puck to the point. Sherratt to the slot. Scores to Larkin. He one time ripped that upstairs on a saucer pass. And it's 1-0 for the Red Wings. That was an incredible play.
Yeah. But it starts with an ozone face-off win. And think of how they got the face-offs to begin with. The icing call on Edmonton after a turnover and a stationary breakout in your zone, and then Schrott, I mean, give Larkin credit. He picked it up in one time at home.
Larkin gets his 4th of the year. He's got points in 6 straight games. It's 1-0 for the Red Wings. That was 8:51 into the second period. That was an incredibly skilled play by Schrott and Larkin. And he put it off the bar, stick side upstairs on Skinner. A perfect shot. Stumped into the Oilers zone. Nurse on the right wing. Podkolzin will get it out. Slavic comes over the blue line, dumps the puck in. Penalty coming up to the Red Wings when they touch it. We get the first penalty of this game. We're almost halfway through it, and the Edmonton Oilers will get a chance here with the man advantage. As Kopp goes to the box for the trip.
Detroit 18, minor penalty for tripping.
Now, part of the reason Todd McLellan and Trent Yanni are in Detroit is because of how the Oilers lit them up in the power play when they were in LA together. But right now, the Red Wings penalty killings have been good. It's at 91.7%. That's 5th in the league. And the Oilers power play is only 17th at 18.8. Oilers scored first 2 shorthand or power play situations. Haven't scored, only scored 1 goal since.
Off the draw, Schrott will rim it all the way down the ice. That Detroit penalty kill last year was only 70%.
And it has been an issue for the McLellan-Yanni combination for a while.
They're 11-12 so far this year. As Nugent Hopkins in on the left wing. 1-0 Detroit. As centering pass, that hits something, comes in front of the net, and McDavid can't find the handle. It goes to the line. Bouchard with a shot, partially blocked, goes to the left wing corner. Nugent Hopkins recovers it on the left wing to the blue line to Bouchard. Bouchard goes to the middle of the ice, left side, Nugent Hopkins to Evan Bouchard. Right wing to McDavid. David holds on into the corner, Draisaitl to McDavid. Across Bouchard, one-timer, pad saved by Gibson. Nugent Hopkins, left wing to Savoy, now to Bouchard. On the right to McDavid, to Draisaitl, one-timer off the side of the net, and it's cleared down the ice.
Leon was moving Savoy into more of a middle bumper roll and less as a net front. Give it to him.
Bouchard to McDavid, went off his stick. Edmondson will get it all the way down. 45 seconds to go in the penalty to Kopp. 1-0 Detroit. We got 9:10 to go in the second period. Bouchard to McDavid. Gets to the Red Wing blue line. To Bouchard on the blue line. All the way across to Draisaitl. Goes to the right wing corner. Draisaitl out to Bouchard. Across to McDavid. Left side top of the circle. McDavid to Bouchard in the middle. Right wing to Draisaitl to Bouchard. The one-timer, and that one stopped by Gibson. McDavid with it left wing. Left wing corner. Give it to Roslovic. Now to Bouchard to McDavid. A shot. Oh, it was blocked in front of the net and cleared out by Edmondson.
Blocked by Roslovic. He got boxed out on the play.
Penalty is over. Edmonton 0 for 1 on the power plays. Henry comes into the Detroit zone. Right wing to Frederick. That's peeled off his stick, and Finney goes the other way. Finney over the line. Give it to Kopp. Now to Finney. Right wing to Larkin. Right wing point. Bernard Docker waiting. Shooting. Pad save. Rebound. Scores. Emmett Finney was right on the doorstep, and he gets his first NHL goal. Right at the side of the net, gets the rebound, makes it 2-0 for Detroit.
What a story this kid has been.
It's amazing.
It's a 7th round draft choice in 2023.
A 20-year-old player right out of the Western Hockey League. Makes it 2-0 for Detroit. The puck shot into the Red Wing zone. Kulak pinched down, keeps it in. Right wing side, Mangiapane to the blue line, and a shot by Emerson goes wide. Kulak on the left point, left wing corner to Podkolzin. To the blue line for Kulak. To Podkolzin. Comes across the line, stops, keeps it in. A wrist shot, scores!
No, Phil.
Tipped in front of the net by Phil. And it goes 5-hole on Gibson. The Oilers cut the Red Wing lead to 2-1.
Well, no, Phil didn't get boxed out. He got a stick in perfect place. And a high slot deflection from Noah Philp. Deflection redirection. He's got 2 goals in his last 2 games. Great play by Podkolzin. A reverse pivot. Philp was being tougher, had him. Didn't tie up his stick. And right between the wickets on the netminder. You're going to need a goal from somebody other than McDavid and Draisaitl here. And you got one from Philp, and it's a 1-goal game.
12:25, time of the goal. Perfect deflection by Philp. That gets the Edmonton Oilers right back in it. Puck dumped into the Oilers zone. 2-1, Detroit leads. We're here in the second. Comes up to the blue line and on the right side. Branzig, knee guard, couldn't get a shot through to the net. Nurse up the left wing. Off the stick of Henrique, it goes in. Edmondson up against the boards. Howard's in on the forecheck. And Sandin, Pellica will get it out to center ice. Henrique lifts it in on the blue, off over the blue line, up into the air. 2-1. Detroit leads under 7 to go here in the second period. Up the left wing to Casper, right at the Edmonton blue line to DeBrincat. He'll shoot it in. And it's set in behind the net. Matthias Ekholm. To Leon Draisaitl. Cuts through the middle. Gets into Detroit territory. On the left wing to the point to Ekholm. It came off a Larkin. It went off a Larkin right into the middle of Finney. Finney will skate into the Edmonton end. His pass broken up. McDavid to Mangiapane. Into the Detroit end, top of the circle. Bouchard to McDavid. Wanted to get that across to Draisaitl. Didn't get a lot on it. Sider can clear it out. And Finney now coming down the right wing. He's going to drive to the net. And he runs right into Skinner. Skinner made the save. And Ekholm's all over Finney. Finney gets out of the net. The play stays alive. Draisaitl down the right wing. In front of the goal. And unable to get his stick on it. In front of the net was Roslovic. The puck on the left wing. It's McDavid. Down that left side. A shot. The save by Gibson. Roslovic knocked into Gibson. And we get the whistle. With 5:46 to go here in the second period. 2-1. The Red Wings lead the Edmonton Oilers. And we're going to take a break from the Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino.
As the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers, MIC ensures precision in every shot. And if you need medical imaging attention, you can count on MIC to get you back in the game. Whether it's a classic wrist shot, that is, X-ray, soft tissue scan, or advanced imaging, MIC provides timely and expert diagnosis. So go where the pros go and book an appointment at any of their 15 convenient Edmonton and area locations. Learn more at mic.ca.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, 2-1. Red Wings lead the Oilers. 5:46 to go in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, Dylan Larkin, and Emmett Finney scoring for the Red Wings. Noah Philp has the goal for Edmonton. Face off to the right. Red Wings netminder John Gibson. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins playing in game 965 of his NHL career, taking this face-off. Goes to the right wing corner. Sandin Pellikka high in the air and out. Rasmussen is able to swat it into the zone. Kulak taken to the end boards by Van Riemsdyk, and the puck along the right wing. Emberson can clear it to Nugent-Hopkins. To Roslovic, left wing to Podkolzin, into the left wing corner. Roslovic slides over the right side to the right wing point. Emberson across the line to Kulak, waiting. A shot, hits the end boards, comes off those boards to Podkolzin. Left wing corner to Roslovic. To the blue line to Kulak. He'll take a shot, and that one off of Podkolzin goes to the right corner. Roslovic to the left side, to the top of the circle, to the blue line to Kulak. Missed Nugent-Hopkins with it. Roslovic get it on the right wing point to Emberson. Right side to Podkolzin into the slot. Savoy, the shot, a glove save made by Gibson as Matt Savoy walked in, tried to go high to the glove side.
Got a good look there. Probably his best opportunity to score a goal, but how about Noah Philp? Played 3 games this year. He's got a pair of goals. And he's out with Henrique and Savoy here again. We do not expect at this stage. I think Kasperi Kapanen got hurt trying to throw a hit. Sometimes you get a lower body issue in those situations, depending on how you careen into the boards.
He's off in Detroit territory, and Bernard Docker off the right wing boards and down the ice. Won't be icing.
Where's that going?
Skinner got it to the right wing corner, but there's pressure there.
Not quite sure how Stetcher and Emberson are out there together. 2 righties.
Oilers do get it out. Savoy to center. Left wing to Phil. In over the line. He's going to drive to the net. He can't get that pass in front. Savoy with it. In front of the goal. Comes all the way across to Stetcher from the right point. Had to go off his stick. Now he gets it back. Dumped it in behind the net. Savoy comes up with it to the right wing. Savoy to the blue line to Stetcher. One-timer, and that one blocked by Casper.
Got to get pucks through. Your Oilers D.
To break it. Will clear it out.
Good read by Philp. Would have been too many men on the ice.
Couldn't touch it. He had to jump off the ice, which he did. Ekholm with it inside his own end. Ekholm waiting. Up the left wing. Mangiapane. Gideon over the line. Wanted to get it down low. Got hit by Sider. Larkin can't clear it out. Draisaitl keeps it in. Across to Bouchard. Bouchard on the right wing. With Finney right there to Draisaitl. Right wing corner to McDavid. McDavid could not work to the front of the net. Larkin will flip that out. McDavid at his own blue line. Kevin Bouchard across to Matthias Ekholm. 3:12 to go in the second. 2-1 Red Wings lead. Puck dumped into the Red Wing zone. And Gibson up on the glass. That hit one of the stanchions. Comes out near the middle. And Finney, right wing to Larkin. Into the Oilers zone. There's Larkin to the right wing corner. Up the boards. Shoots it towards the net. Scores. Larkin turned, shot it. There was traffic in front of the net. And somehow that goes in. And it's 3-1 for the Red Wings.
But it's got to be defended better as well. Thought maybe Frederick had a chance to angle him off.
I wonder if Finney got a piece of that. Larkin just fired it towards it. Either Finney did or Ekholm's skate did.
I think Finney did.
It hit something. It did change direction. We'll wait for the call. Larkin shot it. Finney may have tipped it, or it could have hit Ekholm's skate. 17:05 time of the goal. It's 3-1 for Detroit. Up the right wing, Berggren dumps the puck in. Skinner to play it around the boards. Sandin Pellikka brings it across the line to the left. Now to Edmondson, to the left wing corner. The angle shot by Compher and the save by Skinner. the left wing. Henrique across to Emberson, now to Kulak. Kulak over to Ty Emberson. Emberson finds Roslovic at center, gets his stick lifted. Ranzig Nygaard will shoot it towards the goal. It goes wide. On the end boards, Casper, they're giving it to Larkin right now. Puck hops over his stick, goes to the blue line. Johansson shot, and it goes wide. Bernard Docker on the right wing point to DeBrincat. He's got Nugent Hopkins on him. Left wing corner goes to Casper. Ranzig Nygaard had that go into the corner. Emberson was in there for Edmonton. In comes Nugent Hopkins as well. Roslovic on the right wing will get it out to Podkolzin. Flip it in behind Johansson. Bernard Docker will bat the puck out of the zone.
That was too many men. They got lucky.
Stetcher will take it in behind the net. 3-1 Detroit. Minute 9 to go here in the second period. Right wing to Nurse. He's got Kopp on him. Nurse across to Stetcher. Stetcher to Nurse. Into the last minute here of the second period. Oilers 2. Shot down the left side. Should be icing, and it is. 52 seconds to go here in the second period. So as it sits right now, it's Larkin from Finney at 17:05. Face off to the right of Skinner. Noah Philp into the face-off circle with Dylan Larkin. There's off the left wing boards. That hits Henrique. It gets out. It's icing again against Edmonton. 45 seconds to go here in the second period. Larkin with a pair this period. Finney has also scored. Philp has the goal for the Oilers. So that top line for the Red Wings been very productive. Finney on the left wing. On the left side, but Stetcher there. Get it high in the air and out. Sider to Sherratt. The left wing to Finney. He touched it. It goes in. 30 seconds to go in the period. Nurse to Stetcher. Right wing corner. The boards to Matt Savoy. Cross to Nurse. Nurse has it in the left wing. 15 seconds to go in the period. Stetcher over to Savoy. Savoy to Nurse. Nurse at center ice. Able to shoot the puck in. Larkin forced back. Off the boards and out. Sider will dump the puck in. The second period will finish. And the Oilers are down 3-1 through 40 minutes of play. As the Detroit Red Wings get a lot of offense from their top line.
And the Oilers haven't had any. They've loaded up their top line. That line's been scored on twice, even strength goals. And as a result, they're chasing and they're in a world of hurt here heading to the third period. They're going to need to put in some good work here to come from behind. Now, second of a back-to-back. You load up Connor and Leon. They've had a quiet game. You're basically down to 11 forwards. You got a couple guys that aren't giving you much juice at all out there. And the guy that you healthy scratched after his first star has scored for the second straight game because he plays a north-south game, which perhaps is a lesson in maybe what you need to do.
Well, that's where they sit. We're through 40. Larkin with a pair. Finney has one. Philp has scored for Edmonton. 3-1. Red Wings lead the Oilers after 2 periods. Brendan Escott and Rob Brown, they're standing by. They got the intermission for you when we return. From the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stu steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
It's our YEG with 880 Chad.
Experience a hilarious celebration of the holiday season and the importance of community and family as Vinyl Cafe, the musical, hits the Citadel Theater November 8th through December 7th. Then lightning crashes onto the stage at Rogers Place as Live returns to the River City with their Rollin' Like a Thunder tour, February 27th with Big Wreck and Econoline Crush. Tickets on sale now.
For details on these and more events, visit 880chad.com. This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Todd Colson comes across the line, stops, keeps it in. A wrist shot, scores! Tipped in front of the net by Phil. And it goes 5-hole on Gibson. The Oilers cut the Red Wing lead to 2-1.
Well, you know, our Bob Stauffer's happy. That's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winner's zone. I say that because from one former Golden Bear to another, it's been nice for Bob, I'm sure, to watch Noah Phillips' integration as an NHL player here. He's been good when he's been in the lineup, so it kind of makes you wonder where he was for the last few games. That goal is won. It's 3-1 though for the Detroit Red Wings, so some chasing to do down in this third period for the boys in orange and blue. Rob Brown alongside here. Rob, I mean, listless offensively for the most part this game. It was nice to see them get on the board, but it's been Detroit driving a lot of the content so far.
They have. Most of the grade A scoring chances have been on Stuart Skinner. I don't consider the last goal a grade A scoring chance. That was a fluke, but put pucks on net. But no, the Oilers haven't really generated a whole lot. Gibson hasn't had to make a whole lot of big saves, hasn't had to work a lot. You don't see him, the Oilers getting second or third opportunities, and they finally get a goal. And honestly, it's a lot like Larkin scored at the end of the period, just throwing the puck on net with a man in front of the net. And the goal that the Oilers scored, the Philp goal, same thing. It was just a wrist shot on net with a body in front. Larkin's went straight in, I believe, but the Philp goal, he deflects it. And to me, the Oilers have turned away from that too many times this season through the first almost 6 games where they're looking for a perfect play. They've got opportunities in the front, and they're trying to pass it for a better opportunity. There's so often, every single night in the National Hockey League, that what we would consider weak goals or lucky goals go in the back of the net. And you can't score a lucky goal if you don't put the puck on net. Larkin, right. I mean, if the puck that Larkin shoots doesn't go in, it's in the blue paint, and he's got bodies in front, and they can have a fight, and there's chaos. The shot that Podkolzin shot that Philp deflected, if Philp doesn't deflect it, it's still on net. And now you got Philp there, and I think the other Oiler winger was in front as well. So you got chaos. You're creating something. Keeping the puck on the perimeter does not create scoring chances. Putting the puck on net does, and the Philp goal, great example of it, but we saw more examples of it coming from the other team, the Detroit Red Wings, who, if they've got nothing, all right, I'm going to throw it at the goalie's feet and see if something good can happen.
Yeah, and that's how we see Emmett Finney score his first National Hockey League goal. He actually factored into 2 of the goals in that second frame for the Red Wings. Initial impressions of some of these young guys in the game. We'll get to Savoy in a second on that first power play unit, but just a thought on Finney. I mean, he's looked really good. He looks a lot bigger than what they list him at, too, by the way.
He did. When they had the little scrum after he scored, Larkin came in. It was almost like Larkin was reaching up to pat him on the head if he could get up there. He has looked very good. He's created good scoring chances. He's drove the net. The one time Ekholm gave him a shove and he bumped into Skinner, and they all ended up in the net, but that was him driving the net. I don't know a whole lot about him other than the fact that he's a good Western Canadian kid, and good on him. But just going to that, hanging around the net, he looked like he had a long reach. And the goal he scored, again, it was a shot on net from the point, just a wrist shot. There's a rebound because the puck's in front of it. That's where you want to battle. Mm-hmm. And Finney, nice opportunity he had, and then the finish. And on that one, I'm sure there will be video of it as both Nurse and Ekholm were out there. And Finney not only deflected it, got the rebound himself and shot, and not once did he have a stick or a body on him. So the Oilers have to do a much better job clearing out the front of the net and at least contesting second opportunities.
I don't profess to know each individual defensive assignment, but it looked like Darnell Nurse had lost his man on that play. And when you lose a guy with length like that, he went right around the goaltender and was able to make something out of what looked like maybe not nothing, but maybe a little bit less than a goal-scoring chance. We have seen Matt Savoy on PP unit number 1 now, and I think the most humorous part about it to me was seeing Leon slash down to the net front and then actually have to point to where he wanted Savoy to go. So still learning, definitely, but what did you think of the youngster?
Well, he looked fine, and again, it's a learning process. He's joining a group of 4 other guys that have played together for the last 5 years, 6 years, whatever it is now for that group. So it's hard jumping in there in your first game and knowing all the little plays that they do. And the one that Leon, what he wants to do, so Savoy's standing in front of the net. He's net front presence. Well, Leon wanted to take his spot in front of the goalie to occupy the defenseman, and he wanted Savoy to kick up into the high slot. So Leon would take the defenseman, get into a bit of a scrum with him, and then when the puck goes to McDavid, Leon jumps out, gets the pass down and throws it up to Savoy, and the defenseman would have left Savoy already to go to Leon. Savoy should have been open. So that's what he's kind of telling him. Then Leon was telling Bouchard, pass it this way, pass it this way. It didn't get to where he wanted it to go. Savoy's going to be fine wherever he goes because of his work ethic and his hockey IQ. Unfortunately for the Oilers, they didn't take advantage of the power play that was gifted them.
Oilers are more than capable of chasing this game down, but I guess the question for me, Rob, is what is the first step in that process in order to, when you come out, you've had the conversation in this second intermission here, what is the focus for period number 3? Just a higher desperation level, or what are they talking about?
Well, that's a good word, is desperation. The Oilers have been the second best team most of the night. Red Wings go up 2, and the Oilers respawn right away. Their 3rd/4th line, whatever you want to call them, scores. Phillips scores a goal. It's 2-1. That should have given a ton of life to the Oilers. And at this point, you think they might actually tie it up before the period's out. They might have 7 minutes of good hockey and have them tied going into the 3rd. And they had one more good shift, and then they started to lose any momentum they got from the goal. And it's the Red Wings that get the next goal and extend the lead. So there's got to be a higher amount of desperation. A commitment to all players committing to the same thing on the same shift. So if you're on the 3rd or 4th line, and we talked about it before the game, you get to center dump it in. So everybody on your line knows I'm dumping the puck in. When there's a puck retrieval in the offensive zone, if you're 3rd and 4th, and even the second line, if Connors and Leon are playing together, so lines 2, 3, 4, if you're in the offensive zone, you throw the puck back to the defense, and everyone crashes the net knowing there's going to be a wrist shot. The Oilers are not battling enough in front of the Red Wings goaltender, and if you want to get back in a game, Gibson's playing well. The Detroit Red Wings are doing a good job. You can't play on the perimeter and hope you're going to score 3 goals in this period. You've got to start getting into the blue paint.
We have 3rd period action coming up in a few minutes here. Not before we get to the out-of-town scoreboard. I'll tell you, the shots on goal right now are 17-11 for the Detroit Red Wings. Face-offs almost dead even, 16 of 31 for the home team. So that's not really been a discernible thing. Edmonton's blocked a lot of shots. They've also given the puck away a lot. 16 blocked shots and 14 giveaways to speak of. So we'll be right back here. We are at the intermission, and this is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage. You want to go? Counseling services. Let's go. Dental coverage. That was not offside. And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
I'm Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And I'm Zach Hyman. And when we're not making juicy, sweet passes or having my goals disallowed, we're working for Legacy Heating and Cooling. Guys used to call me a plumber. And now they call you an HVAC technician. Nice.
Hey, guys, you're not here to install furnaces. You're here to sing the jingle.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy. No payments and no interest for 1 year from qualified installers. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
At Brandt, our job description,
is whatever you need to succeed. Expert support, parts when you need them, and financing that fits on the compact construction machines you want. Equipment, expertise, value, delivered right to your door. We do it right at your site. Call your brand dealer to book your demo today.
Now this update from the Canadian Press. Gaza's health ministry says at least 29 Palestinians have been killed across Gaza as an Israeli official says the transfer of aid into the territory was halted until further notice. Israel's military says it struck dozens of what it called Hamas targets after accusing it of firing at some troops in Rafah, which Hamas denies. Israel now says 2 troops died in those shootings as Hamas continues to accuse Israel of multiple ceasefire violations. Prime Minister Mark Carney is heading to Asia later this month. Ontario Premier Doug Ford's government returns to Queen's Park tomorrow for what promises to be a short but intense 7-week sitting. And Ottawa's planned reforms to Canada Post are raising questions over the future of the company and what form it will need to take in an era where digitization and private competitors threaten its survival. A Carleton University professor says the mail carrier could look to the expertise of its international peers, such as the United States Postal Service. From the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PV sent you.
Steel Haas Triton, 2 legendary oilfield services brands, one powerful partnership. Rooted in innovation, reliability, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Steel Haas is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and locally manufactured. With over 15 field service locations across the prairies and up to the Rockies, they deliver world-class energy solutions with unmatched responsiveness, helping their customers thrive in the most demanding environments. Steel Haas Triton, engineered for performance, built in Canada. Visit steelhaasinc.com for more information.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Time now for the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Earlier in the NHL, the Vancouver Canucks got out to a big lead and then staved off a comeback effort by the Washington Capitals. 4-3, the final score there from the U.S. Capital. We'll see about Philip Heedle's status moving forward. He took a real hard check from Tom Wilson in that game, and it caused a little consternation amongst the media, amongst the fans, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll wait and see if there's any fallout from that. Later tonight, we've got the Blackhawks hosting the Anaheim Ducks and the Utah Mammoth entertaining the Boston Bruins. On the farm, the Coachella Valley Firebirds will visit your Bakersfield Condors at 5 o'clock our time. And in the Western Hockey League, the Edmonton Oil Kings, who are 9-2 now, by the way, atop the Eastern Conference, they will visit the Saskatoon Blades at SaskTel Center. That one's a 4 o'clock puck drop. Our eyes, once we're done with this whole production, will be firmly affixed on the Toronto Blue Jays as they try to stave off elimination. It's Game 6. It's live at Rogers Center, and it's a 6:03 first pitch. Who's going? It's Trey Savage, and what a moment for the rookie. I mean, did you even know this guy's name when the spring started? Maybe deeper fans did, but what an ascension for him. He's going to be relied upon heavily in this do-or-die game for the Bluebirds, and hopefully they can force a Game 7 also at Rogers Center. That is the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers and Red Wings with third period action on deck live from Little Caesars Arena in mere moments. We'll send it back to Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer. A reminder to get your messages in, 780-451-8800. It's the number number to text or call for Oilers overtime. That's when we'll talk next. We are at the intermission, and this is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been in a car collision, let James H. Brown and Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown and Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Little Caesars Arena, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're getting ready for the third period of play. 3-1, Detroit leads Edmonton. And the Oilers Kids with Cancer 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's back with life-changing jackpots. Today's Oilers 50-50 jackpot, it's at $347,000 and climbing. And our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at edmontonoilers.com/5050. We drop the puck. We're underway here in the third period, and it gets deflected into the bench. And we get a whistle just 6 seconds into the third.
Hockey Canada brass is here. Doug Armstrong, the GM of Team Canada for the upcoming Olympics. He goes, Bob, I've seen the Oilers play twice and Noah Philp has scored in both games.
Is he coming to Ottawa? Be a lot cooler if he did. Puck gets just over the Detroit blue line. Finney up the left wing. Off the left wing, boards it in. Around to Draisaitl to the middle to McDavid. McDavid into the Red Wing zone. Over to the left, back to the blue line, but that goes past Ekholm. It went by his skate and out.
Just off right now.
Draisaitl forced back. To Bouchard on the right, to the middle to Draisaitl. Draisaitl into the Detroit end. His pass is blocked. Ranzig, Nygaard in over the Edmonton line to the left wing point. Edmonton, a shot off the stick. A Draisaitl goes out of play 54 seconds into the third. The Oilers down by a couple. Faceoff will be to the right of Stuart Skinner. Dylan Larkin has a pair in this game. Emmett Finney with his first in the NHL. Noah Philp has scored for Edmonton. Philp second of the season. Philp's taking this draw against Casper. Puck goes to DeBrincat. A shot, glove save made by Skinner.
No, won't be happy with that. Got to find a way to tie up a stick a little bit more. They're not dropping stats off, eh?
No, you got to look them up yourself.
What's with that?
Yeah, it's old school.
Yeah. There's this thing called the computer.
The internet. Is that thing still around?
I don't know.
Face off to the right
I think
of
it's got
Skinner.
a chance to survive this internet thing. There's another loss.
To the right wing point, and a shot from the right side by Sandin Pellikka. Another face off in the Oilers zone.
And this is part of what Philp has to work on. The funny thing is, he can provide some secondary offense for a team. 19 goals back-to-back years in the American Hockey League.
The puck to the blue line. Sandin Pelika, right wing point to DeBrincat, his shot block. He gets it right back to break it down the right wing. Oh, let it go, and a save by Skinner. It'll be a face-off in the Oilers zone.
5 and 7. He was 5 and 2 in face-offs through the first 2 periods, and he lost back-to-back draws. Well, Todd McClellan's team, they've been the better team there. I mean, they're out shooting Edmonton 2-1 here.
Nugent Hopkins will get onto the ice with Mangiapane and Roslovic. Comfort taking the draw for Detroit. To the left of Skinner, Nugent Hopkins wins the draw to Kulak. He went to lift it out, and it gets helped out of the zone. Johansson will dump it back in. Emberson, right wing corner for Roslovic to the middle of the ice. Skips over the stick of Mangiapane. Berggren will dump it back in. It's in behind the Edmonton net. Emberson and Nugent Hopkins, right wing to Roslovic. Off the boards and in. Bernard Docker behind the net, but Nugent Hopkins is providing pressure. Takes him to the boards. Mangiapane gets a loose puck. Couldn't get a pass in front of the goal. Johansson up to the blue line, kept in by Roslovic. Fired it cross corner. Comfort up against the boards. Unable to get it out. Roslovic kept it in. Mangiapane goes in behind the net. Mangiapane to the right wing point to Emberson. A shot, and a glove save made by Gibson as Mangiapane gets into it with Johansson in behind the net. The linesman got to get in there. They were jousting back and forth just before the whistle and then beyond it. 2 minutes, 2 seconds into the third. There'll be a face-off in the Detroit zone. The Oilers will get Philp, Howard, and Savoy out onto the ice. Stetcher and Nurse on the back end. Broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Edmondson behind his goal. Sandin Pelika up the right wing to Rasmussen, and he'll roll the puck into the Edmonton zone. Rasmussen up against the right wing boards with Nurse on him. Philp awaiting a loose puck. It does come free, comes up near the line, and Howard there for Edmonton, and up the left wing. At center ice, he'll dump it in. It rims on the right. Savoy, a shot towards the net. That hit a leg. Gibson is just getting back to the net, and the puck cleared out by Van Riemsdyk. It's at the Edmonton blue line. Savoy to Stetcher. Stetcher will skate in front of the Edmonton net. The Bouchard will go in behind it. Skating through McDavid. Bouchard still has it. The left wing for Stetcher. Through the middle of the ice. Off the heel of the stick of McDavid. And the puck comes out. Larkin's going to bring it in. Larkin, a shot off the post. And a hat goes onto the ice as they thought it went in. It was the hat-trick goal for Larkin, but it hit the post and stayed out.
That is the quickest trigger I've ever seen on a fan. I mean, that fan was locked in.
He was ready to go. And the puck out to center ice. Right wing, McDavid. To the left, Bouchard. To Draisaitl left wing corner in front of the net. Hit Gibson back to the blue line. Bouchard rips it, and the save by Gibson. He'll hold on to it. 3 minutes, 38 seconds gone here in the third. Edmonton down 3-1 to Detroit. Faceoff will be in the Detroit zone to the left of Gibson.
Wow, Skinner got beat clean there.
It was a bullet of a shot.
Well, Larkin's been the best player on the ice. Finney has been the second best player. And the problem for Edmonton is arguably Noah Philp has been their best forward.
Draisaitl kicked out of the face-off circle. In comes Connor McDavid. Sherratt to the corner behind his net to Sider. Chops it around on the right. It goes by to break it. Nice and waved off on the pinch up. And Ekholm on the right wing to Podkolzin, middle of the ice to McDavid. Left side to Draisaitl to McDavid. Turns left wing corner to the middle to Nurse. The shot save made by Gibson with Podkolzin right in front of the goal. But Gibson held on to it. Nurse just stepping up on the play and taking that shot, putting it on net. 3:58 gone here in the third. Face off to the right of Gibson. Shots now 20-14 for Detroit. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Podkolzin out there with Ekholm and Nurse. David to take the draw against Larkin. Larkin won it to himself. Off the right wing boards and out. Turning back for it is Nurse. Left wing to Matthias Ekholm. There's the blue line. Now on the right. Just missed Draisaitl with it. It'll be icing against Edmonton.
Got two lefties out there together. Ekholm and Nurse.
Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Into the face-off circle with Casper. Shot from the right wing point by Sider wide of the Edmonton goal. On Colson, left wing corner. He flipped it out. It's at the blue line. It goes to the right side in the Detroit zone. Draisaitl to the right wing point to Emberson. Skates it into the corner. Goes in behind the net. To the left. Emberson, left wing point to Kulak. And to Howard to Kulak. Kulak across the line towards the net. Nobody there for a redirection. And Gibson not taking chances. He'll cover it up. Then Reek and Frederick get on the ice with Howard. Face off to the right of Gibson. 3-1 Detroit here at Little Caesars Arena. All the scoring coming in the second period. Sandin Pelika wins it on the left. Berggren through the neutral zone, broken up, and Kulak will start through the middle for Edmonton. Over the center ice line, shoots it in, goes off the glass to the right wing. Out of the right wing corner, Adam Henry holding off Edmonton. Back to the blue line to Emberson. Put it off the left corner boards. Berggren will jam that puck out to the center ice area. Appleton will shoot it in. Detroit will make a change, turning it up. Emberson, long pass. That's in behind Howard. It'll be icing against the Oilers. We've got about 5 or 6 icings already in this third period. Only 5:18 into it. Henrique into the face-off circle with Casper. Henrique wins the draw. Emberson on the right wing. Up in the air and out with it. Johansson will shoot it back in. Stopped in behind the net for Kulak. The left wing for Andrew Mangiapane. Mangiapane at the center ice line to dump it in. Johansson across to Bernard Docker. Up the right wing. Directed in by Van Riemsdyk. In behind the net. It comes out to Van Riemsdyk. Great save by Skinner. Nurse came in front of the net as well as that puck bounced right out to Van Riemsdyk. It goes to the right wing point. Bernard Docker to the middle. A wrist shot. That doesn't get through. Lots of traffic in front. The Oilers will bring it out. And it's Mangiapane to center. Left wing to Roslovic. Into the Detroit zone. Stops up the left wing boards. A little towards the net. A shot. And that got blocked. To the left point. Nurse will keep it in. Put it towards the net. Johansson will clear it out, though. Nurse has it at the Edmonton blue line. On the right wing to Bouchard. Through the middle. A little far for Philp. And it goes into the Detroit zone. Philp on the right wing. Top of the circle, but Sherratt to break it up, lift it up, batted by the glove of Nurse. And the puck along the boards. Compher has it for the Red Wings. To the right side, Berggren goes into the right wing corner. To the blue line, to Sider. Over to Sherratt on the left. Towards the net off the end boards to Berggren. To the right wing point. Sider to Sherratt. A shot. That's blocked in front of the net by Emberson. Appleton on the left wing. Brings it to the right wing corner to Compher. 3-1. Detroit leads. 7 minutes gone here in the third period. Puck through the middle of the ice. Savoy to Emberson. Just inside his own blue line. To Bouchard to Emberson. As Emberson will wait with it. Both teams make changes. Now to Kulak. And it's Kulak up the left wing. Kulak through the neutral zone. In over the Detroit line. To the right wing corner. To McDavid now into the slot. Ekholm left wing. Kulak in front. Scores! Leon Draisaitl at the side of the net. Gets the Oilers to within one. Detroit still leads 3-2.
That was a real nice look there from Brett Kulak. And Leon had a yawning cage, wide open, backdoor tap in. We had ourselves a one-goal game. Draisaitl's fourth goal of the year.
7:33, time of the goal for Leon Draisaitl. As Kulak with that pass across, perfect second assist of the game for Brett Kulak. And the Oilers are within one.
But Colson's been around it, right? He was the net front on that one, and he was involved in the other goal as well.
The Brinkett will get the puck in. Casper.
Can't be a drop-off for Edmonton. You got a chance here. Work your way back into this game.
Brinkett into the corner. Stolen by Emberson. Leon Draisaitl gets the Oilers to within one. The puck near the blue line, but that is Casper on the right side. He got checked on the play. Nugent-Hopkins across to Kulak. Out of his end on the right wing for Roslovic. Off the boards and in. Edvinsson on the left wing to DeBrincat. Now over to Sandin Pellikka on the right wing. Ranzig, Nygaard, they gave it away. Roslovic gets to the slot and forced over to the right.
Why wouldn't he shoot?
Right wing point to Stetcher in front of the goal. That goes off of Gibson before it could get to Henrique. And Kopp on the right wing at center will dump it in. 3-2, Detroit leads. 8:40 gone here in the third. Stetcher left side to Howard. Kulak and Ekholm with the assist on the goal by Draisaitl. Henrique, left wing corner. Puck to the right side, Bernard Docker up the Kopp, clears it out. And Riemsdyk off the boards and in. Skinner to play it, gave it away though to Rasmussen. To the point to Johansson, goes off his skate, it comes out. Bernard Docker will sail the puck back in. Bouchard will go in behind the net, wheeling through as McDavid as he gathers speed. He comes up the right wing with it, off the boards to himself, in over the line. The shot, save made by Gibson. Great rush by McDavid. Puck at the right point, it just comes out. Edmonton has to regroup.
This is his best rush for a couple games here. He was moving.
Left wing, Podkolzin at the Edmonton blue line to Draisaitl. Makes a move at center ice. Gets it in on the right, drops the puck to McDavid. Goes to the right wing corner, right wing point to Bouchard, across the line for Ekholm. Left wing, top of the circle, Draisaitl. Across the blue line to Bouchard, right wing to McDavid, to Draisaitl. Goes to the corner, looks to the slot, and his shot hit the stick of Finney. It won't come out of the zone. Oh, now it will. Larkin's going to get it out, and he'll give it to Finney. Finney's trying to split the D. He won't be able to do it. Ekholm recovering, and the puck goes to Bouchard. With 9:49 to go in the third, 3-2 Detroit leads. Bouchard in behind the Oiler net. His pass through the middle hit the stick of Compher, and the puck goes over to the left wing. Frederick will get it out. Left side to Philp. In over the line. He stops. His shot is blocked. He gets it back. Left wing corner to Savoy. Comes free. Appleton will get it loose. And Edvinsson up the left wing clears it out. Kulak in his own end. for Savoy. He'll go in behind the Edmonton net. Emberson, fanned on his pass. Casper steals. Casper waiting. The pass across. And that one just misses. Brandsteg, knee guard. And the puck on the left wing point. Johansson, he'll shoot it. That's blocked by Emberson. Frederick up the right wing to Savoy. Can't clear. Casper keeping it alive, but there's Savoy. He will get it out. Edmonton can make a change. Johansson up the left wing to Casper. Off the boards and in. To break it, right wing corner to the blue line. Bernard Docker over to Johansson. Got it low. Brandsteg knee guard to the right wing corner. To the brink it, got checked on the play. Jumped by Nugent Hopkins, got it out. In the neutral zone, Stetcher with Casper on him. It'll go to Nurse. He can go in behind the Oiler net. Up the left wing for Mangiapane. He's got Roslovic. He'll drop it, though, to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins unable to get a pass in front of the goal. As Van Riemsdyk got it out to Rasmussen. In over the Oiler line. He might go to the net, but he's knocked off of it. Pushed towards the goal by Van Riemsdyk, and the save made by Skinner. Rasmussen on the left wing to Roslovic. And Roslovic got it out for Edmonton. To Nugent Hopkins into the Detroit zone. Went off of Edmondson. Roslovic will get it in front of the net. Nobody there for Edmonton to get a stick on it. Cleared out by Rasmussen.
Oilers have finally started moving their feet here, Cam, but is it too little, too late?
Down by one with 7.5 to go here in the third period. Right wing, Draisaitl through center. Into the Detroit end. Stops up. Pass to the middle off the stick of McDavid. Flying out Finney. Finney in over the line. Finney to the net. A shot saved by Skinner. Draisaitl to McDavid. He'll get to center. He's into the Detroit zone. He'll give that puck to Ekholm. It's bouncing and hopping and cleared out by Sider to Larkin. Shot it over to the right wing. There was nobody there. At center ice. Puck brought in and not much of a shot as Brandsteg knee guard had to go off his stick, and it's to the point. Sider to Edmondson. He blasts it off the glove of Skinner. Just got enough. And Podkolzin on the left wing will get it out. Oilers will make a change. Edmondson inside the Detroit zone through the middle of the ice. Off the right wing boards and into the zone. Cleared out by Kulak. To Brinket. Drill it right back in. Goes off of Appleton. Puck along the boards in the right corner of the Edmonton end with 6:15 to go in the third. 3-2. Detroit leading. Howard got it out. Howard trying to get by the D. Comes down the left wing, and Edmondson came back. Broke it up. Savoy with his shot from the bad angle. That misses. Goes to the point, and Emberson couldn't keep it in. Emberson at his own blue line. To Henrique now on the right to Howard. Howard to Henrique. To Howard, into the slot. Stetcher, waiting, shooting. It comes in front of the net. Oh, just knocked away from Henry. To the point, and Nurse couldn't hold it in. He fanned on it. Out comes Skinner out of his net. And across to Stetcher. Stetcher got it to the line. Comfort's going to keep it in for the Red Wings. Left wing for Berggren behind the net. It comes in front, went off of Berggren. The save by Skinner. 5:25 to go in the third. Oilers down by one. Roslovic to the Detroit blue line, to the right wing corner. Backs it around to the left. Nurse from the point will keep it in. Mangiapane battling in there. Comfort, left wing for Bernard Docker. Center ice for Van Riemsdyk. And put it off the boards just inside the Edmonton blue line. Nurse up the right wing to Roslovic. Roslovic across to Nugent Hopkins. To the left wing corner. Kopp got it free to Rasmussen off the right wing boards and out. Bouchard with the puck at the Edmonton blue line. Through the middle for Matthias Ekholm. He'll dump the puck in. It goes in behind the net. Sherratt misplayed it. Gave it away. McDavid, a shot. That's blocked in the slot. And it's sent out to center ice. Bouchard to McDavid. He'll come into the Detroit zone. For Draisaitl right wing in front of the goal off the stick of Ekholm and wide. Podkolzin shoveled it to the middle. It is cleared out and off the stick of Bouchard. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the third. 3-2 Detroit leads. Up the left wing to Podkolzin. He'll dump it in. Draisaitl after it. And sent to the line, and Finney will get it out. Ekholm, right wing in his own end for Bouchard. Off the glass and out. Edmondson will shoot it back in. Bouchard, right corner. No right wing to Frederick. To the left to Ekholm. Through the middle, everybody had stepped up. There's no icing on that. Edmondson to the left wing. And Larkin will get it out for Detroit. Just to the Edmonton blue line. Now to Brinkett into the middle. And unable to get a shot was Brandzeig Nygaard. And the puck on the left wing. To Brinkett. Top of the circle. Come on. Spun around. DeBrinkett's going to keep it going. Across. And Brandzeig Nygaard shot. Partially blocked. It goes wide. Kulak up the right wing. Now to Phil. Over center ice. He'll dump it in. 3 minutes left to go here in the third. 3-2. Detroit leading. Phil from the right wing corner. To Howard in front of the net. To Nurse. His shot got blocked. Nurse has it left wing. Nurse towards the net, off of Gibson and wide. Johansson will lift it up in the air, clear it out. Bouchard with it at the Edmonton blue line. Left wing to Matt Savoy, a rolling puck goes to the line, it came out. Howard went to shoot it in, hit Berggren. Howard gets a second chance, dumps it in. Seider goes back for it. Savoy right on him, pokes it around to the right. Appleton along the boards with Mangiapane on him. It'll go to the line. Bouchard will walk it to the middle. A shot that hit Mangiapane goes wide of the net. Seider will get it out.
David back out here. 2 minutes left.
The Oilers down by one.
Got to figure Skinner might be coming here.
Bouchard in his own end. Up the left wing. Skinner is looking to the bench. Puck goes right to Draisaitl. A breakaway. Oh, went off the end of his stick.
Are you kidding me?
And the puck cleared out, and Skinner had to get back and stop it.
A clear-cut breakaway on a fortuitous bounce for Leon and a roll up.
Yes. Here's Draisaitl through the middle. Minute 40 to go. Down the left wing to McDavid. Skinner's gone to the bench for the extra attacker. Draisaitl pumps it around to the right wing point. Ekholm to the middle. Couldn't get a shot through. It goes to the line and out. Finney, an empty net. Finney rolls it to the net. Scores. Emmett Finney with a little backhand that goes in to make it 4-2 for Detroit. And Finney's second of the game and second of his career.
The league's Rocket Richard winner, and the puck rolls right off his stick. Unreal. And then they knocked it. Larkin's going to end up with a 4-point game here as he started it, and then Finney got the puck passed.
Wow. It wasn't even really a shot. It was a clearing attempt. But it's 4-2 for Detroit. Puck sent to the line as Emberson will keep it in for Edmonton. It goes top of the circle. Casper got it out. Emberson inside his own blue line to Kulak. Puck directed in. Henrique in that slot to the right wing point. Last minute here in the third. Emberson, right wing corner to Henrique. Towards the net. Put it off the outside of the goal. To Brinkett behind his net for Detroit. He'll clear it. Right wing, Roslovic. Off the right wing boards. Larkin also gets an assist on that goal. Henrique centering pass. That's knocked out of the air. And Kopp skate up to center and softly dump it in with 26 seconds left to go here in the third. 4-2 Detroit leading. Seider with it at his own blue line. Up to Compher, comes in on the left wing. He'll shoot off the arm of Skinner. It goes out of play with 13 seconds left here in the third.
Well, the better team's going to win today. Oilers finally got their feet moving.
They had their chances, though.
Yeah. In the third period, and just an incredible sequence of Draisaitl. I mean, it's the one guy in the Oilers you'd want to have that chance.
Cleared out, and Detroit just to hold on to it. And the Red Wings have now won 5 in a row. 4-2 the final over the Edmonton Oilers. Oilers have dropped 3 straight. Goal by Draisaitl in the third, and Edmonton ratcheted up the intensity, had some pressure, but unable to find the tying marker, and an empty netter by Emmett Finney, 2 goals and an assist in this game. Gives him 5 points on the season in 6 games for Finney. But the Oilers dropped this one 4-2. Bob, what'd you see here tonight?
I saw lack of passion and engagement from some guys that, you know, if you don't have your game, you got to do some other things. Ever since the Oilers went to New York, they've been off. And so 4 straight games, they've dropped 3 in a row. And they deserve what they got right now, Cam. I got to tell you that right now. It's a crappy thing to say, but haven't got it done. They've not got it done. And Ottawa does not have the heart and soul of their team in Brady Tkachuk, and Ottawa can't get any saves. The lowest save percentage in the league. But you know what? You had a goalie in John Gibson, who you lit up for fun in the previous 6 starts. You got to bring more juice than 18 shots on goal. So, but best guys got to be your best guys, and their best guys were on the ice for all 4 of their goals.
That top line was very good for Detroit.
They dominated the game. All right.
Okay, there you go. 4-2 the final. Detroit over Edmonton. Dylan Larkin had a pair of goals. Emmett Finney had a pair of goals for Detroit. It was Noah on Draisaitl for Edmonton. Larkin had a 4-point afternoon. Finney had 3 points. And Edmonton has dropped 3 in a row. The Detroit Red Wings, they have now won 5 straight. Edmonton drops to 2-3-1 on the year. Detroit is now 5-1. 4-2 the final. The Red Wings over the Oilers. A Rogers postgame show is coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers postgame show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
To the right wing corner to McDavid, now into the slot. Ekholm, left wing. Kulak in front. Scores! Leon Draisaitl at the side of the net gets the Oilers to within 1. Detroit still leads 3-2.
And it was a game at that point, and it was entertaining until the final 25 seconds when Emmett Finney, final minute and a half, found the opening net basically on a clearing attempt. Second goal of the game for the former Kamloops Blazer. 7th round pick in 2023. I'd like to hit on that. Anyhow, that's as good as it got for the Oilers. The Century Casino Highlight Zone, all in, all games, all season. Century Casino, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport at Century Mile. Welcome to the Winter Zone. The Oilers have lost 3 in a row. They're not going right now. This is a Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth on 4 Dealers NHL Hockey in the Rogers postgame show.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
You're tuned in to the Rogers postgame show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
Third straight game, the Oilers lose by a couple goals. No Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance goal of the game. Health, dental, travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. The Oilers have given up 3 empty netters in the 3 straight games. They drop another one. The final score here in Detroit, Little Caesars Arena, 4-2 for the Red Wings. Red Wings were the better team. Let's bring a word inside the game analyst, Rob Brown. Rob, I'm getting texts from guys around the league. The Oilers look disinterested in playing. But you know what? It's to me, it starts your top end. And for, really for 4 games in a row, the Oilers top end guy. I mean, Stuart Skinner stole a game for Edmonton in New York against the Rangers, but the Oilers' best players have been outplayed by other teams' best players. And maybe it's just a byproduct of how late they played into last year, 2 years in a row. But these things happen once in a while. I like to get your sense of things.
Well, and it's what we talked about last game afterwards when we were talking about whether they insert 2 new players, take 2 players out. I said it doesn't matter. This is, if this team wins and loses, it's not on who comes in out of the press box. It's on how their best players do. And again, their best players have been okay, but not as good as they're capable of playing, and they have been outplayed. And before the game, they had the new lines, and I was asked, about putting Connor and Leon together, and I said I didn't like it against this team. Most teams I do, but this team no, because this team has a fantastic centerman and Dylan Larkin, one of the best two-way players in the league, and they got a great young defenseman insider. So if you have Connor and Leon together, that allows Todd McLellan to put those 2 guys out all the time. So you've got the matchup you want. You don't have to split anyone up. There's no mismatches, and they won the battle.
Todd loves having the other. He loves that like in that situation where he's the other coaches.
Well, on this one, Bob, it's if Connor and Leon are apart. Now you got to put Larkin against one or the other. He'll probably play against McDavid. And then you got to decide on Sider. Am I going matching both, or am I going to go against Leon? And if they put both guys against Connor, now Leon's got a huge mismatch. But if they put them together, then all of a sudden you've got Larkin, who we saw tonight, how good he is. Like, he's one of my favorite players in the league. He does everything the right way. And Sider, so you've got the exact matchup you want, and you don't get the mismatches. Because Connor and Leon, as great as they are, it's not a huge mismatch going against Larkin and Sider. So I think you took away a huge advantage that you could have against some younger defensemen that you could have had matched up against Leon and Connor.
Didn't make it hard. All right, Rob, I'm going to give you another one. Noah Philp scores. I mean, Sportsnet picked him the 3rd star tonight. He's been a star in the last 2 games that he's played. He was the first. I don't know if he deserved a 3rd star tonight. All I'm going to tell you is the guy has scored in 2 straight games. Now, here's the catch. Kapanen didn't finish the game, so they're probably down a forward. I would have to think that Philp is in the next game.
We watched the preseason, and in the preseason there was some battles to see who was going to be your 4th-line center, where each guy was going to fit.
He's playing 3rd-line center in the last 2 games.
In 3 of the games in the preseason, Noah Philp was a star in the game. And now, again, it's just people in the press box picking it, but he was that noticeable in those games. The game that he scored, he was first star in that game, and he was excellent. He outplayed almost every other forward in this game tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. And he's only played 3 games on the season, and he's tied for 3rd on goals on the Oilers team. He's given them depth scoring. Noah Philp doesn't come out of my lineup. He wouldn't have come out of my lineup before. He's a big, strong winger that makes the right decisions, both offensively and defensively. You're not expecting goals from Noah Philp. You're not. He's your 3rd or 4th line center. But he's got 2 goals in 3 games. There's no way he can come out of the lineup.
All right, Trent Frederick, okay?
He's been quiet.
He has the ability to change a game. he hasn't played with any piss and vinegar at all.
Well, has he not been outplayed, Bob?
You know what one of the players from New Jersey said yesterday is, I walked by them yesterday, man, those guys are easy to play against.
Well, would you not say that Philp has outplayed Trent Frederick?
Yes.
Yes, and I agree, he has. And I thought Frederick was miscast playing on the first line because it took away physicality. It took away forechecking. It took away lugging the puck down below and tiring out the opposition's defenseman. But the last couple of games, he hasn't been on the first line, and we haven't seen that physicality. What the Oilers are missing right now was what Kane brought them, was what Corey Perry brought them. When there is no emotion, you need some electricity. You need something to get in they need that. Trent Frederick's the player that can do that and needs to do that. They need someone to bring emotion to a game right now. And this is not his fault that the Oilers lack emotion on the bench, but it's his problem. And he's got to go out and help correct that.
It's a great line. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Bob.
This is Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Find more ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. Unlock savings through always low-priced items, multi-save, club size, fresh promise, hit of the month offers, ad match, and more. Find everything you need from grocery staples, fresh produce, prepared meals, and multicultural assortments to clothing, home, entertainment, health, and beauty. Plus, PC Optimum members save more. Open the PC Optimum app to load exclusive super coupons and weekly points offers. Real Canadian Superstore. Proudly Canadian. See weekly flyer for details.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trailblade HT and AZ810. Premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all 4 seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, let's go to the Pizza 73 out-of-town scoreboard. Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Last night, Bakersfield, a 2-1 victory over San Jose. Tonight, they take on Coachella Valley. They're 1-1 on the season. 21 save performance from Connor Ingram. Edmonton Oil Kings are 9-2 in the season. They're in Saskatoon tonight. They beat Prince Albert 3-2 in overtime. Vancouver in a heated matchup with Washington, 4-3 road victory. The Canucks have won 3 straight road games after getting spanked by Edmonton a week ago Saturday. That seems like a long time ago now, let me tell you. And later today in the National Hockey League, we will tell you that Anaheim is in Chicago and Boston takes on Utah. Here today at Little Caesars Arena, the Red Wings were better. Their top line was dominant, and Dylan Larkin had a 4-point performance. And Emmett Finney, I'm sure a guy not a lot of people had out in the old fantasy hockey world. He picked up his first 2 NHL goals. Red Wings 4, Oilers 2. This is the Rogers Postgame Show.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca. From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
All right, let's go to the 3 stars presented by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian Ultra Export or Excel, or a Molson with your name on it, it must be of legal drinking age. 3rd star tonight, Sportsnet picked the stars, Noah Philp. So he's now been a star in 2 of the 3 games he's played this year. He's got a goal. Pretty sure we'll see him in the lineup Tuesday in Ottawa. 2nd star tonight, 4-point performance, Dylan Larkin. 1st star tonight, his first 2 NHL goals. It's that man, Emmett Finney. The Rogers postgame shows heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. The Oilers look to get it turned around. Salvage what's been a poor road trip. 3 straight losses for the 2-time defending Western Conference champion Oilers. In Ottawa without Brady Tkachuk on Tuesday night. For Cam Moon, Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Eden Gannum. Producers in Edmonton, Eamon Hashem at the helm tonight, and Kellen Kennedy. Al Rosenberg was our engineer here in Detroit Rock City. The Oilers, second best throughout most of the afternoon, and they dropped to 2-3-1. They lose 4-2 to the Red Wings.
The Rogers postgame show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Portions of this exclusive broadcast are brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Molson, official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian, Ultra, Export.
Played for the Kamloops Blazers, a long shot to make the club, and now a redirect in front, and Noah Philp has goals in back-to-back games. Podkolzin threw it net front, and Philp with a beautiful tip, exactly what you were talking about before the game, Louie. Get an ugly one.
For Noah Philp, he scored his first one last Saturday against the Vancouver Canucks. Was a healthy scratch the last 3, gets back in. He's made some nice plays. Again, big body, get yourself in the lane. When Podkolzin looks up here, he knows he's got layers of traffic in front of Gibson, and it's the tip by Philp. Watch this, great hand-eye. On the backhand side, deflects this one home right after the goal by Finney, his first in the National Hockey League.